What's going on, everybody? David here. Travel with Points. I think that's the name, Travel with Points. I'm going to go with that for the live stream. So back with another live stream. This is a bonus live stream. So just decided to jump on. I wasn't doing anything right now. So I said, you know what, let me just jump on, do a live stream. And I want to talk a little bit about American Express versus Chase. And I think we're going to start doing more of these, just kind of, and this is not a competition, but I just want people to, let me just put it to you this way. So let's say you have someone starting out with getting into travel credit cards or travel reward credit cards. Which one do they go with? Do they go with the Chase ecosystem or do they go with the American Express ecosystem? Maybe at some point we'll talk about the Citi ecosystem, but I think it'd be good if we could kind of talk about some of the pros and the cons of each, because there are pros and cons of Chase, there are pros and cons of American Express, and there are definitely pros and cons of Citi. So if someone's looking in and thinking, oh, you know what, I want to start getting some travel credit cards, which ones should I start with, or which ones should I get? Which ecosystem should I stay in, or should I diversify my portfolio, all that good stuff. So I think it's a good topic, and I think it's something that we can talk about over and over. Not over and over, I shouldn't say that, but we can talk about on a kind of like a weekly basis, really, if you really want to look at it that way. But we can kind of get in there and just talk about the goods and the bad. And like I said, if you're brand new, you're going to want to know this kind of stuff. And we've all pretty much told, I know myself, I've told people, hey, well, you should start with Chase because of the 524. But what if you don't really even want to go with Chase? You want to go with American Express anyway. Chase is not, you don't want to be in that ecosystem for a variety of different reasons. Maybe you don't like the transfer partners. Maybe you just don't like Chase. And you want to invest the majority of your attention with American Express, well, then that 524 rule is not gonna affect you. So, just something I thought we might talk about. I know yesterday we were kind of talking about drama and stuff like this, stuff like that. But I know a lot of people have really strong opinions, one way or the other. Like American Express, they swear by American Express. Some people swear by Chase. And so I thought we should have a discussion about it, just kind of put them together and see which one comes out on top. All right, so I shouldn't even say comes out on top. Which one might be better for you? Okay, so that's our goal here. Now, if you guys just came in the room, please hit the like button for me. We have about 16, 17 people in here, so please get it up to 16, 17 likes, and I will be repeating this over and over a little bit throughout the live stream. The more likes that the video gets, the more that YouTube will promote it. And if YouTube promotes it more, then more people will come in. If more people come in, then we have more livelier discussion. So that's what we want to do here. We want to have a lively discussion. And if you guys, when you guys come in, just let me know you're here just by saying hello. You can also just give me a thumbs up emoticon or a little happy face or something, just so I can at least give you a shout out and I'll know that you're in the room. Other than that, I won't know who's in the room. So I kind of look and I'm like, oh, I don't know who this person is. Or I can't even identify you anyway because you haven't made anything you haven't put anything in the chat. So I always like to welcome people who come into the room and at least thank you for stopping by. So please do so. All right, so let's go ahead and give some shout outs right now, and then we will go ahead and start our little discussion here. It's going to be Q&A. I don't have like a set card that we're going to review or anything like that, so it's just kind of a Q&A. I just want to go back and forth and see what people's opinions are. I will be doing some videos too, probably right after this live stream. I'm going to do a series of videos, and part of them will be American Express and Chase. So there'll be some more videos to come. And I can get some more information from you guys and put that in the video as well. So, all right, so we have Flashpoint. What's going on, buddy? Scott, what's going on? David, how you doing? Altered Illusions, what's up? Rolo, what's up, man? Altered Illusions, again, what did you say? Okay, so you just booked your first flight with Chase Rocks. All right, so you finally booked something with the Ultimate Rewards program. So let's see. Did we talk a little bit about? Let us know what you booked. I think you did say it here. Let's see. Let's move on down. So Flashpoint asked you what you booked. D. Anderson, what's going on? What's that? I don't know where you are, David. TEC, David from David A at VA Beach, at Virginia Beach. Okay, got it. Altered Illusions, Los Angeles to Amsterdam, one way, 35,000 points. Cool. So one way, huh? So are you doing like a? What do you? You're not coming back or what? So you just booked one way. Are you paying for the other flight back, or what's the situation with that? And you're flying on United, or did you go through United to book it? Just let us know those details, because people like to know, just in case they want to book a flight or something like that. Maybe it'll give them a little information on how to book. Okay, Mr. Luffy, what's going on? First time I've seen you in here, Mr. Luffy. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Oh, so you're going for 3 months, Altered Illusion. Cool, cool. Now, I don't know if you traveled outside the country before, but they're probably going to want you to have a return flight at least booked. So that's something you might want to think about. Let's see. Corey, what's going on? And Andrea, what's going on? I always feel like I'm coming to class. All right. So Andrea, they do have a channel. They have a YouTube channel. And I always give them a plug anytime they come in, because they're great people. But you guys want to check their channel out, subscribe to their channel. Andrea, well, Andre is from the U.S., and he recently moved to Colombia. He lives in Cali, Colombia with his girlfriend, and they have a YouTube channel. They just talk about their life in Cali, Colombia. So it really gives you a good spin, because you have a person coming from the U.S., falling in love with a Colombian woman, and now they're living life. It's an international, interracial relationship. So it's cool, man. They put a lot of good content out, and they kind of lay it down, lay out the how things are, and pros, cons, all that good stuff. So really good channel. You guys want to check it out. I love crossing borders. All right, let's see here if I can pull up some stuff here. Okay, I'm going to try to get their link. Just give me a second here. But let's go ahead and give some more shout outs here. Altered Illusions. Let's see. Audio out of sync. Is my audio out of sync? Okay. Let me know if it's still out of sync. I'm going to shut some stuff down. I don't know if my computer is extremely slow or what, but it does do that sometimes. And yesterday, I don't know if you guys noticed, but yesterday I was using a different computer, so I think it was fine. But the only problem with that computer is it's a gaming computer, gaming laptop, so it has these big fans. And halfway through my live stream, I was watching halfway through, it just got really noisy. You can hear the fans going. And I didn't really pay attention until after the fact. And so that's the only reason I'm not using that now. But if it's out of sync and it continues to be out of sync, just let me know, and I'll try to see if I can remedy that by shutting down some stuff. It's basically the computer is just trying to catch up, and so that's what the problem is. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's see. Joe, what's going on? Daniel, how you doing? Norville, what's up? Caribbean boy, what's going on? Brian, how you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and move on down. Got a lot of people in the chat today. That's good. So please keep hitting the like button, or not keep hitting. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so we can bring even more people in. And like I said, the sync, let me know. David's saying that. Let's see, audio is out of sync for me as well. Okay, let me know if it gets better. Hopefully it should get better, because I've shut some stuff down. But if not, I don't really know how to remedy that at this point if it's not working right. We'll just have to kind of, hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah. I have been having some issues though with that. So I'm just going to shut everything down, and we'll just run it just like that. Okay. So yeah, please let me know if it continues, if it gets back. It's only out of sync because of the live stream. The playback should be fine. Okay, let's hope. Let's hope. All right, I really get irritated when stuff doesn't go right as far as the stream. So I just want to make sure that it's not on this end and it is on the other end. Usually it works fine though, so I don't know why it would be out of sync right now. But all right, we'll just move forward. So where did we stop? Okay, Brian, what's going on? Fenway, how you doing? Let's see, Denisa, is it Denisa Brooks? How you doing? Champ, what's going on? Gave a shout out to Scott already. Anthony, what's going on? And Mr. Alexander, what's going on? All right, so the discussion today, we're going to be talking about American Express versus Chase. As far as ecosystems, pros and cons, what you like about each ecosystem, what you might not like about each ecosystem. And what we're trying to do is I want to help other people out. So people who are on the fence about starting with each ecosystem. You don't have to start with Chase. Like I said, a lot of people think, oh, I have to start with Chase. It's 524. But for the most part, you can start with whatever card you want to. But I would stick to an ecosystem if that's your plan. So if you just want to get one travel credit card and that's it, then you're fine going either way. But if you do want to get an ecosystem, when I say that, get 3-4 cards that are in one system, then that's when you need to think about, okay, why am I getting this ecosystem? Does it suit my needs when it comes to the airlines and where we're flying out of, like the hubs, the airline hubs? Do they have the hotel chains that I like? Because basically you have to think about all this stuff because. With me, and I'll just tell you my story, I guess. So with me, I actually started with Citi, and I didn't know what I was doing, and got a Citi card, and then got the points on that card, and I did the wrong thing. I ended up closing that account before that $95 annual fee because they waived it for the first year. That is the wrong thing to do. Usually, I mean, if you get a travel credit card, you're going to want to try to keep that account open. You don't have to necessarily keep the card. You can downgrade to a card that has 0 annual fee, but you want to keep it open. You don't want to close accounts just to close them because you don't want to have to pay the annual fee. For one, the credit card companies don't like that. They don't like the fact that you're jumping in there, getting a sign-up bonus, and then right before that annual fee hits, you're getting in there and you're closing the account. They don't like that, and you don't want to be on the wrong side when it comes to credit card companies because then they can shut you down from getting other accounts. They can shut down your points as well. So yeah, you don't want to do that. So that's what I did. And then after that, then I realized, okay, well, I want to get an airline credit card. So I went and got the Advantage card, the American Airlines card with Citi, and had that card. I still have that card to this day. And then I got into Chase, and that's when I started the Chase ecosystem. And then I just worked my way up from there with Chase. And I've stayed with Chase this whole time. I don't have any American Express cards. I have all Chase cards. I have some Chase business cards, as well as the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So that's my story. Now, the way that everything. That's the way everything worked out for me, but you don't have to go along those lines. You can start with American Express if you want to do that, if you're not interested in Chase at all. And so that's why I want to have this discussion about the two, like what are the strengths? Because some people might look at it and say, well, you know what? I shop at grocery stores a lot, and I spend a lot of money there, so I could really maximize if I had the American Express setup. Because if you go with Chase first, it's going to take you a while to get to American Express. Because you're going to want to get at least get either the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I recommend getting the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And then you're going to want to get the Freedom card, so Chase Freedom or Chase Freedom Unlimited or both. And then you might, if you have a business, you might want to jump into getting like the Chase Ink cards. And so it'll take you a while. It might take you a year before you can get over to American Express. So if that's the case, you might not even want to go the route with Chase. You might want to just go directly with American Express instead. Okay, let's see. We have a super chat. What's going on? Thank you for the super chat, Daniel. I appreciate it. Should married couples have one system? That's a good question. I never even really thought about it like that. if I was married, I would probably want my wife to get a separate ecosystem, and then I get one ecosystem, and then we kind of work them together. I'm all for diversifying your portfolio at some point, but yeah, if you're a married couple, I think it's even better because you can have one ecosystem, the Chase ecosystem. She can have the American Express ecosystem, and then you guys can kind of switch it up and then go back. Then you get the American Express, and then she keeps the cards that she has, and then gets the Chase ecosystem like that. So I think that would be a really smart thing to do. So really diversify. Okay, guys, let's see. Let's see here. Move down, move down. Okay, so, and if you also have questions too, just let me know. Just put at TEC, and we'll answer those questions along the way. All right, and hopefully the audio is better now. I don't know. I shut everything down, so it should. I don't have anything else that I know that I can do to fix the audio. So if it's still out of sync, then we're just gonna have to go with it. Okay. Rolo, one-way flights from Europe cost more than round-trip tickets to Europe. So that's Rolo saying that, and that's probably a response to Altered Illusions. Let's see. Oh, so Mr. Alexander, all my fellow point players, yeah. I will book a throughway ticket from, or a refundable ticket via third-party service. Okay, so that's Altered Illusion saying that. And that's just in response if you guys just came in the room. Basically, Altered Illusions used his Ultimate Reward points for the first time, and he booked a trip, a one-way ticket, 35,000 points. And where were you going again? I'm sorry, I forgot. You're going to Europe somewhere. Where were you going? Amsterdam. So he's going to Amsterdam for 3 months. And I was just telling him, like, if you're traveling internationally, usually you're going to have they're going to want to see customs when you get there. They're going to want to, not our customs, but when you go to another country, they're going to want to see a return flight. Obviously, if you come in on a visa, let's say it's a 3-month visa, they're going to want to know that you're flying out of the country before that 3-month expires. So you do have to show something for that. Let's see. All right. Altered Illusion says I travel internationally 3 or 4 times a year. Cool, cool. All right. Reckless Rican, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Hola, buenas noches. Okay, Mr. Alexander says I believe in having both Amex and Chase. TEC has taught me that I get the best of both worlds if possible. Yeah, I'm cool with, yeah, I'm all for doing both ecosystems, but you do have to start somewhere, right? I don't think you should diversify right off the bat. I actually think you should do an ecosystem first and then move over. When I say do an ecosystem, get more than just one card in that ecosystem. Get cards that work with each other. So in the Chase ecosystem, you get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Freedom card. I think those are the three good ones to get. Or you can get, instead of the Chase Sapphire Reserve, get the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and then have the 2 Freedom cards. And that would be a pretty strong ecosystem. And then from that point, then you jump over, if you want to jump over to American Express, get the Amex Gold, the Amex. If you travel enough, get the Amex Platinum with the Amex Gold. And I'm not really, those are for me, and just looking at the cards that are out there right now, I like those 2 cards. Some of the cashback cards with the American Express, I'm not really that fond of. But you can also look into getting airline branded credit card and a hotel branded credit card. So that's what I would do. That's how I would set up my whole little ecosystem. And right now, that's pretty much what I have. I have all Chase, but I also have the United, it's a Chase card, but the United Explorer card, as well as the World of Hyatt card. So I have kind of a little bit of everything, and that's diversifying as well. Not ecosystems, but diversifying in the fact that I have a hotel branded card, airline branded card, so I can get the free check bags with the airline branded card. The hotel branded card, I'm going to be able to get a free night. And if I spend more on that World of Hyatt card, if I spend up to 15,000, I'll get another free night. And then I'm earning points anytime I stay at a Hyatt. I'm earning 9 points for every dollar spent, so that's good. Okay. Okay, let's see. If the rumors on the green card are true, Amex is giving you more reasons to get all three cards and building a better ecosystem. 4 times on gas, groceries, restaurants, 3 times on streaming, 5 times on flights. So that's Nick saying that. And we'll see what the green card, what comes up with that. But definitely, I do like American Express, but right now I'm gonna sit with Chase. And let's see, Ultra Illusions. Okay, you guys are talking back and forth there. Okay. I only have three Chase cards: Hyatt, IHG, and Marriott. As far as Amex, all three Hiltons, Gold, and Charles Schwab Platinum. Okay, so that's Fenway. All right, cool. All right, we have a subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. What is that? MC. I don't know what that is. I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm just gonna call you MC. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. And you guys, now, I can actually see people who subscribe now. I figured all this software out. So please subscribe to the channel. I'm really pushing to get to, I will get to, hopefully, 10,000 subscribers by December 28th. That's the goal. So I'm really pushing for subscribers at this point. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. So anyone that subscribed, I will give you a shout out on the show right now if you do. So yeah, it's one of those deals where, and I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but if you get your subscribers up to 10,000, that's when you start getting more, what's the word? You're allowed to do more things. And we have a YouTube space. I don't know if you guys are not familiar. Los Angeles has one. I think there's one in New York. They're kind of all over the U.S. I think they're in other countries as well. But basically, a YouTube space is where you can get education as far as how to make better videos and stuff like that. Usually, they start that education at 10,000 subscribers. So if you have 10,000 subscribers, then you're able to go and take some different training classes, as well as use the space. It's a set, so it is. No, it's not even a set. It's a studio. So they have a variety of different places that you can do collaborations and do videos and stuff like that. So I'm really aiming to start that off next year, January 2nd, 2020. So I need to hit that 10,000 subscribers in order to be able to do that. So that's where we are with that. And we're almost at 6,000 right now, so we can do it. We can definitely do it. It's just a matter of just being out there. And that's why I'm doing videos every day. I'm putting out either a live stream or a video every day, just trying to be relevant and trying to get my name out there so more and more people will know what we do and what we talk about here. All right, let's see. Let's move forward here. Brian, Amex Go Refresh brought me back to Amex. 4 times groceries is a killer. Yes, I agree, Brian. That grocery, the 4 times with groceries, that's an amazing earn, and I think that's a real powerhouse for that card and for American Express, because realistically, getting the Amex Platinum, even if you travel a lot, getting that Amex Platinum, you don't have that much when it comes to earn possibility, because you can do it with the airline, directly with the airline, and then what do they have with the hotels, but you have to book it through Amex Travel. But now having the Amex Gold, you can complement that Amex Platinum. So if you have both cards, you're going to be able to earn a lot of points. Okay, let's see. Let's move on down. Nick, Oh, I lost my place here. Okay, so Nick is saying that also Amex gives you offers giving you more points on purchases at certain stores and restaurants. That's cool. That is cool when they do the promotions and stuff like that. And I'm let me know about American Express as far as how they work. I can tell you how Chase works, or where they have the portal. So you do have shopping portals too. So I can go online and go through the Ultimate Rewards program, go through the shopping portal, and purchase things online and get an additional 2, 3 points for every dollar spent, just by using the links that they have in the Ultimate Rewards program. So that's good as well. Okay, Flashpoint. Hope the green card gets a refresh. Yeah, I think everybody is keeps talking about that green card and hoping that they do something with that to make it. I've always thought, and to this day, I still think the same way. Like, these cards should be playing off each other. I would think a credit card company would want you to get a series of different cards with them and use them. So, and that's why I have this issue with this Chase Sapphire Preferred, because it's no longer a card that people want to get, because most people are just going to jump to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or at some point they're going to want to graduate to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and they have no need for the Chase Sapphire Preferred anymore. So why not make that card have some benefits that the Chase Sapphire Reserve doesn't have, some different earn categories that the Chase Sapphire Reserve doesn't have, like groceries. Or something like that. So you'll have both cards, and right now they're not allowing you to get both cards. I understand that, but why not? Why shouldn't they allow you to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and get the Chase Sapphire Preferred? And if you're using both cards, they're still going to make the money on the merchant fees, and so I don't understand why they would do that. Let's see. And Dolly, what's going on? Hello, party peeps. See, Chase is better because it's Visa acceptance. It's Visa acceptance. That's what's your point? And Miles, yeah, I would say that, yes. I do like Chase because it's accepted in more places. So if I'm in another country, a lot of situations, or anywhere they accept credit cards, they're going to accept one of my cards, one of the Chase cards. That's not, the same can't be said for American Express. It is not accepted everywhere. So that's something else that you need to consider. It's accepted in a lot of places, but not everywhere. And even in the U.S., like there's some local places that I go to, restaurants that I go to, and they don't accept American Express. So it is not just in other countries; it's also in the U.S. Very rarely in the U.S. Most merchants are going to pay, and the whole thing is American Express. Their merchant fees are a little higher than Visa. So that's why a lot of these companies, not a lot, but some of these companies jump out and they don't want to do it, because they know a lot of people have Visa anyway. So they'll go with the Visa, and then when it comes to American Express, they're just, most people they'll at least have a Visa so they can pay for whatever. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and move on down here. Fred, what's going on, buddy? Hilton Honors card for American Express hotels is high points. Express hotels high point. Okay, yeah. And we talked about the Hilton Honors yesterday. I don't know if you're talking about the Aspire card. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you're saying, Fred. If you explain a little bit more, then maybe we can have that discussion. But I don't know exactly where you're going with what you were saying. Let's see. And I'm trying not to get too far behind, so I'm trying to move fast here. Andre and Andrea, I'm skipping ahead. Andre and Andrea, they have their link here, so if you want to check out their channel and subscribe to their channel, go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over there to their channel. Let's see. And Altered Illusions say, I never book return. I want flexibility. But Altered Illusions, and this is just a question because this is what this is my experience. There's certain places that I've gone, like, for example, the last trip that when I went to Thailand, I had to go through China, and they wanted to see, before I even boarded the plane to go to China, they wanted to see that I had a flight out of China less than 24 hours. To get to Thailand, and then when I was in Thailand, they wanted to see that I had a return flight that was before my 3-month visa would expire. So I'm just wondering how you get around that. And I think you said, maybe I didn't understand exactly what you were saying, but I get the whole flexibility thing, yeah, because if you're going to be there for 3 months, you might want to you want to leave when you want to leave, so you don't want to book something and then not be able to do the not be able to change that ticket. So I get that. All right, guys, now's a good time. Please hit the like button if you can to bring some more people in. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We talk about travel reward credit cards. We also just inspire people to travel just by talking about different travel destinations, and we'll do live streams every Saturday, every Monday. Sometimes I'll jump on, just like today, just to do a live stream and just talk about things. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell notification. That way, anytime that I go live, you're going to get notified. So, yes, please do so. Please subscribe. All right, let's see. Move on down here. Godbody, what's going on? You can easily max out the 25,000 spend cap on groceries on a gold card if utilized the correct way. Easy 100,000 points per year. Yeah, well, I don't know about, I don't spend 25,000, but if it's a family, I totally get that. Yeah, you can maximize the 25,000, even if you were spending not just for your family, but maybe your other immediate family, like parents, stuff like that. Going to some of the big grocery store, not grocery store, but the big box, not big box, the Costco's and Sam's Clubs. You can go to those places. You probably could could max it out and get that 100,000, which is really every year. If you get 100,000 points, that's 100,000. I mean, for me on average, I probably spend about 200,000 points each year on travel. So that's halfway there. And that's loose. Like I'm saying 200,000, that's if I'm just using points for all of my trips. I don't use points for all of my trips. I make sure I calculate to see, is this a good value? If it's not a good value, then I don't even use the points. And basically what I'm looking for, just so you kind of know how I think, I want to get 2 to 3 times 2 to 3 cents per point. So a good example is, let's say I want to stay at a hotel, and that hotel is it's $100 a night, and these are all just random numbers, but let's say it's $100 a night, and it will, if I want to use points, it's going to cost me 10,000 points in order to stay at that hotel. I would pay the $100. I'm not going to use the 10,000 points, because the 10,000 points, I want to get it to a point where the 10,000 points that I use would be on a hotel that's $300 a night. So that's how I'm trying to work it. $300 a night, I'm getting 3 cents per point. So that's the range where I want to be in. $200, $250 to $300. That's good value for me. But if it's $100 for 10,000 points, that's 1 cent per point. I'm not interested in that. I'll pay the cash. So there's some situations where I'm paying cash to book hotel, book airfare. So that's I want to save those points, because I know I can use those points and get that value, that 3 points per dollar, or even in some cases you get lucky and you get even more than that. So that's the way that I do things. If you guys have other ways that you do things, please put it in the chat. We can talk about that as well. But I don't like to waste points on stuff that's not that valuable when it comes to my airfare. And plus, I mean, realistically, if I'm using my points and I'm flying somewhere like to Thailand where it's like a $1,300 ticket, usually you're getting 2 to 3 times per point, because basically if it's a $1,300 ticket, points economy, you're probably, I mean, you can do it for, I'm trying to think of how many points I used. Yeah, let's see, I used 50,000 and then 75,000. What's the math on that? 130,000 or whatever it is. But that's about how many points I used for my round trip. Okay, and I booked everything separate. So I booked one flight on United, business class up, and then a flight back on Hainan Air, and that was business class. So that's how I booked the airfare. But for economy, you can do it less. I mean, I think I can't even remember exactly how much it was. But just to kind of give you an idea, but 130,000 points, let's say it's 130,000 that I used, that's equivalent to, what, $1,300, 1 cent per point. And that ticket, business class ticket, is a lot more than that. It was probably three or 4,000 for those business class flights that I booked. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on here. Let me know how the audio is, guys. Am I still out of sync, or did it catch up? Okay, so Fenway says, I find myself using the Hilton Ascend, now surpass again, for gas 6 times the hotel points. Not anything huge, but I don't have a good gas card outside of Discover It quarters. Okay, got it, yeah. And that is, like, it's hard to find a good gas card. Usually you don't get that good value with gas. Let's see, Flashpoint. Okay, you guys are talking back and forth there. Okay, and so Nick is saying, is it a worry? Is it a worry? Basically, does it worry you if that Chase might lose United as a travel partner? I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I'm not really concerned about it. I think ultimately, though, something will be worked out. I think United is just, they're not being realistic. They can jump over to another. Well, what are they going to do? So, okay, let's play this out. So let's say they leave the partnership with Chase. Then where are they going to go? Are they going to go to American Express? Where are they going? They're going Citi? Probably not. So I think ultimately United just needs to make better cards. Just make a card. Just make a card that has categories that aren't the normal categories that the Chase Sapphire Reserve has. So if you don't want to compete with them, you can't compete directly with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. You just can't. So let us work it out where you're getting the groceries. You're getting 3 points for every dollar spent on groceries. Or with United, why not have like a 7-8 points per dollar spent on United, on airfare with United? So make people use that card for travel, for booking their airfare, as opposed to right now it's like 2 points for every dollar spent. Who wants to? Like, yes, I will use my Chase Sapphire Reserve because I get 3 points for every dollar spent. Plus, I get better travel insurance. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing that United has that keeps you using that card, and I've used it in the past for my airfare, is the fact that you get the free check bag and you get the priority boarding, and you have to use that card for at least part of your ticket in order to get that. So taxes and fees, you have to use the card, and then they'll give you the priority boarding and the free check bag. But if I'm traveling, and I like the priority boarding, but if I am traveling with a carry-on only and a personal item, I don't need the free check bag. Then I can go with Chase. I mean, I can go with the Chase Sapphire Reserve because it gives me better benefits when it comes to travel insurance, trip delay, cancellation, all that stuff. So that's something that United just need to make better cards. I don't think, yeah, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just, I don't want to say bluffing, but they're putting it out there that they're unhappy, and I think they're going to work something out. But I would be very upset if that means they change Chase Sapphire Reserve and kind of downgrade that card just so United's better. I don't think they would do that, but I hope that's not the case, because if that's the case, you're gonna have a lot of upset people. So we'll see, but I think United just, they don't really have anywhere to go. I don't think they do. All right, let's see. And their card is not good. So even if they went to someone else, their card is still going to be, it's still going to be trumped by the other cards that are in that ecosystem. So if you have Citi, the other cards that are in Citi ecosystem, they're still going to trump what United has. So United just needs to improve their cards, or give you the spin. Another thing is like Delta. Delta does it the right way, where you can get like a top tier card with them, and they encourage you to spin so you can hit their elite status. So why not do that with United? So you're encouraging me to use the card so I can hit elite status. Well, then maybe I'll use the card more. Even if I'm not getting the best value, I would probably still use the card, just because I know, okay, if I hit a certain amount, 30,000 1 year on the card, then they'll give me that elite status. Just like JetBlue has the same thing with their card. If you spend 50,000, you'll get Mosaic, which, by the way, I don't think it's worth spend. I mean, if you're gonna spend 50,000 anyway, then like if you have a business, I get that, but don't go out of your way to spend 50,000 just to hit the elite status. Elite status with JetBlue, it just doesn't offer you enough. Yeah, and that's, in my opinion, it doesn't. Okay, Dolly, let's see. That's right. Speaking into reach 10,000. Okay, yeah. Speaking into existence. Yes. Yeah. Hopefully we can get to 10,000. It'll all pan out. But eventually I'll get to 10,000. But I want to get there by the end of the year. That way you can start the new year off right, and work from there. All right, guys. We have 56 people in the room. Please hit the like button for me if you can, if you have not done so already. So hopefully we'll have at least 56 likes, and then we'll move from there. The more likes, the better. Just it promotes everything. So let's see here. Fenway, you'll hit 10,000. It's a great channel. Thank you very much, Fenway. I appreciate that. It's hard to find a place or an ATM in Colombia that takes American Express cards. Takes it from me. Very hard. Okay. And this is Andre, talking. He lives in Colombia, okay? So he's just telling you it's hard to find an American Express, place for American Express. So just take that in consideration if you're ever traveling to Colombia. And I always say, I mean, most of us, we all have like a Visa or MasterCard plus American Express, but just understand if you are in certain situations in other countries, you might not be able to use your American Express. But the good thing, and I talked about this as well, when it comes to these cards, you're going to earn most of your points in the U.S., right? Because that's where you live, and that's where you're going to use your points there, right? So, or not use your points, I'm sorry. You're going to earn your points in the U.S. So even when you go to these other countries, if you go to a restaurant and you can't use your American Express, or you can't get that 4 times points with let's say you have the Amex Gold, that's not for me, that's not a deal breaker. Yeah, I'll use another card. I'll use my Chase Sapphire Reserve. I'll get 3 points for every dollar spent. And it's not a deal breaker, because the majority of the points that I earn are going to be in the U.S. And then I'll book my travel and then go to the other country, and then I'll earn points there. I'm not earning it's for a 7-day or 10-day trip, so I might lose out on some points there. But it's going to take years and years and years for that all to add up to something significant. Okay. Let's say, okay, so David's saying, Flash, I've been buying gift cards at the grocery stores for, let's say, Best Buy, so I get 4 times instead of 1, but I'm not going to get close to 25,000 doing that hack. Okay. Yeah, so, and some people will do that too. That's another thing. I don't do that. I really don't. But let's say Chase Ink cards are really something that people use. Like let's say the Chase Ink Cash card. You can go to Staples, and if you, I say Staples, if you go to office supply stores, any office supply store, and you can buy gift cards there. So you can go there, buy the gift cards. You get 5 points for every dollar spent on the gift cards, and then you can use those gift cards for your other purchases. Some people do that. I used to be a little bit better about it. I have the Chase Ink Business Plus card, and I was doing that with that Chase Ink Business Plus card. But you still do want to watch it. I mean, they at some point Chase can shut that down. I mean, it's not the way they want it to be used. So like they want you to shop at the office supply stores, but they don't want you buying a gift card at the office supply store. Let's give a good example. You go in there, you get Southwest, $100 Southwest gift card, and then you use that gift card for booking a flight. It's not really the way they want it to. They designed it so they didn't want you to. I guess, how can I say this? It works. So obviously they would know, or they should know that you are buying a gift card because it should show up. It should flag gift card. So they should know that. Now, if they want to shut that down, I'm sure that they can. And if it does become an issue where they're looking at it and they're saying, okay, people are just using this earn, this 5 points for every dollar spent earn wrong, then they could shut it down. So just be aware of that. That's why I don't like to jump in and do things that are a little, I'm not going to call it shady, but just suspect. We'll call it suspect. I don't like doing things that are a little suspect because at some point they could shut it down. And they could freeze your account. Now, I'm not saying that would happen for something like this, but it could potentially happen. They could freeze your account and your points, you won't be able to use those points. Then they'll do their little investigation and they could take points from you. So, yeah, just think about that. Okay, Fenway, I got the Schwab Platinum to basically turn the gold into 5 times cash back when transferring into my brokerage account. Yes, I've heard of people doing that before, but now I'm not sure if I'm better off waiting for a good transfer partner deal. Okay, yeah, I, yeah, I always recommend people look at the transfer partners. I think that's where your value is, the best value. If you're traveling, look at those transfer partners because, especially when you're booking airfare, because you can fly business class, first class, and really make out. Because some people think, oh, I'll just do the cash back, or it's easier. And it is easier because in certain situations, like you have a venture card, and you use the eraser tool with the venture card, and you just purchase your ticket. You don't have to worry about using points, transferring points over, finding out how many points it takes to fly here, to fly there. Now it's easy for me to kind of navigate through this, but when you first start out, it's different. So it's a lot easier just to go in there and book and not have to worry about points or anything like that. But I will tell you the value is in transferring your points because you can do some amazing things with points that you can't do with just like a cashback. So yeah, I always recommend at least, the very least, start learning it and start off small. If you're unsure, the easiest way to transfer points, or the easiest place to transfer points, is the hotel chains. That's the easiest place. And I recommend, if you have Chase, I recommend Hyatt because you don't have to use that many points, but that's the easiest way to do it. And it's as simple as going on Hyatt's website and you know what? I'll show you. We're gonna walk through it real quick. Let me pull this up. And yeah, like I said, it's so easy. Started with the hotels is probably the best way to do it, and then you can start looking at some of the airlines. And airlines are a little trickier, but not. But actually, in a lot of situations, it's not. Because you're still just going on there and you're booking it like a normal normal. Dang, this is not loading. What's going on here? You're booking it like a normal, like you would normally book your airfare. Yeah, we are frozen here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just. I want to walk through points real quick just to show you guys. It's not that hard. Now, if this thing really starts slowing up, then I might not be able to do that. Let's see. All right. Am I frozen? Looks like I'm frozen on the screen here. Can you guys see me? Am I moving? Let's see. Let me go all the way down to the bottom here. Okay. Yeah, this computer is really not cooperating today. All right. As this loads, we'll just keep going, and then we'll once it opens up, then we'll go back to that. Okay. So where did we leave off here? Lang, what's going on? Let's say if I product change from Chase Sapphire Preferred to Chase Freedom Unlimited, would I get the 3? No, you're not going to get it. It's for new signups, so you're not going to get that bonus. I wish I could do that for that first year. Basically, he's talking about the Chase Freedom Unlimited to hit the bonus. Not the bonus, I'm sorry, but the promotion that they're doing, 3 points for every dollar spent for the first year. Yeah, you're not going to be able to qualify for that. But I don't even know if you might be able to do that where, let's say you just keep the Chase Sapphire Preferred and you just sign up for the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and then that Chase Sapphire Preferred, you can downgrade that to the Chase Freedom. So you can go do it that way if you want. That should work. Let's see, Mr. Alexander, Amex gives you special reserve seatings at concerts. It's what I call champagne and campaign. Yeah, that would be good if I don't go to concerts, so that's not going to benefit me. But if you do go to concerts, yeah, that would definitely be a nice little perk. Chris, what's going on? Amex is good for the bonus points. Chase is best for long term, my opinion. Yeah, you know what? I would agree with that. Brian, let's see. Visa Infinity Chase Sapphire Reserve now has the highest merchant fees. Wow, I didn't know that. I did not know that. But they're still taking it worldwide, so that's good. Let's see. CJ, one of my main markets I use does not accept American Express, and it frustrates me so much missing. Wow, what supermarket is that? Must be a smaller supermarket chain. Yeah, that would be really, really bad. You get the 4 times points at grocery stores, but the grocery store that you go to doesn't accept American Express. Yeah, that would be bad. Flashpoints, talking with Nick. Waller's Wallet, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? He was in the collab that we just did with Wise Flies. Let's see. Keep up the good work. I always love a good Amex Chase talk. Yes, definitely. Okay. And Waller's Wallet, check out his channel. He does have a YouTube channel as well. Like I said, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, we had a collaboration. We did a collaboration, and Wise Flies put it out on his channel on Friday. So yeah, check it out. It's a really good one. And then go to his channel too and check out his videos and subscribe to his channel. Okay, Flashpoint, Waller's Wallet, what's up, man? What's going on, Choco? Peace, checking in. All right, let's go ahead and move forward here. David says Amex is king. I knew I'd get them all riled up with the title. I love it. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. So my sound was off? Is it? Oh, it looks like it's still on. I don't know. There's some stuff going on. I don't know if it's the internet or what, but yeah, there's some issues. All right. Or you're saying off, probably out of sync. And that's what people were saying earlier. I don't know what's going on with that. It should be fine, but yeah, let's see. All right. Okay, so I have the website open right now. We're going to flip over to that real quick. And let's see here. I just want to show, oh, I didn't sign in. Man, let me go back over here, sign in real quick, and then we'll come back. I want you guys to see my password and all that good stuff, or my account number and all that good stuff. Unless you want to send me some points. Well, if you're not sending any points, you can't see all that info. All right, let's load it up and okay, book now. All right, so now let's bring everything up here. Now, I just want to show you guys how easy it is when it comes to points like what you're looking at. I don't have any points. I think I might have like 1,000 points in this account, but just give you an idea. So let's say I want to stay, these dates are fine. We'll just leave it the way it is. So all you have to do, actually, why isn't it showing me the, oh, it's got the, okay. I went directly into the Hyatt place in Anaheim. Okay, so we'll just leave it like that. But all you need to do is click this little button here, or this little thing here where it says use points. And then it's as easy as just saying book now, and then it's gonna open up everything and it'll tell me exactly how many points that I need. And then from that, that's when I would go over to Chase, the Ultimate Rewards little portal. Once you get into there, then you can transfer points over. And it's for hotel stays, it's the easiest. It's the easiest way to do it. And then when you start because when I say it's easy, all you need to do is put in what day you want to stay, and it's going to tell you how many points. So here you go. So I have promotional nights, so I have some free nights available, so I could use those if I want. And you know what? You know what's funny? I think this is the Hyatt, the same Hyatt, right? Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the Hyatt in Anaheim. The funny thing about this, yeah, this promotional award, they weren't offering it last week when I had to go to VidCon, which really bothers me now that I'm seeing this because they didn't offer this before. They don't always offer the free night. So I have like 2 or 3 free nights that I have in my account. So I could have used those free nights and not used the points that I had to use. But if you want to use points, you just click on this. You can redeem it for 12,000 points. And it's, like I said, it's easiest. All I do is select that. If I have 12,000 points in my account, it's just going to take those points out of the account. If I don't, then I just go to my Chase account and I link that up. And it's already linked. You know, my Hyatt is already linked in my Ultimate Rewards portal. I just click it from, I shouldn't say portal, in my Ultimate Rewards account. And then I just send those points over to Hyatt, and then it usually takes about 5 minutes, and then there I am. I just click, and you know, the points will already be there, so then I just click select, and then book my stay. So that's how easy it is. Now, with airfare, it's a little bit trickier because there are some different loopholes where you can jump over to, send your points over to a different airline, and then go from that airline to another airline. Or I shouldn't say that. Send it over to that airline, book your airfare through that airline to fly on a different airline, if that makes sense. And the easiest way to do it is like United. I can send my points over to United. If I want to fly to Colombia, I'm going to fly on Avianca, or I'm going to fly on Copa. So when I send my points over to United, it will allow me to book through United, but I'll be flying on a different airline carrier. I'll be flying on Avianca or Copa Airlines. So that's how that works. I just wanted to show you kind of it's easy. It's just like booking a regular hotel stay. The only thing that's different is you just click the use points box instead of the regular. Instead of not clicking that box, if you don't click the box, it's going to show you the cash price. All right. Yeah, I don't want to get too far behind on the chat here, so let's see here. Agent West Coast, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you doing, man? Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and move on down a little bit. All right, so you guys are talking about okay, so Finway saying United needs to make a better airline. I'm assuming you're saying airline credit card. Yeah, I agree 100%. They need to do something because their credit cards are their credit card. Well, they have two. They do have the business version. Actually, I think they have like a 0 annual fee one too, but I don't even look at those. But yeah, they need to do something with their cards. Most airline branded cards aren't good. They're just not. Delta is an exception. They do have some like they have like a top tier card that gets you that elite status that you can buy into. But most airline branded cards they're just not good. And it's funny. And I think I said this last week, but every time I fly on a plane, I always like to listen to the spiel that they give at the end of the flight. Trying to get people signed up for the credit cards, and you get this, you get that, you get this, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this card's terrible. You could get so much more, but if you don't know any better, right? If you don't have any travel credit cards and you haven't used travel credit cards before. And when they start saying free flights and this and that, you're thinking, wow, this is great. I'm going to get the card. But if you don't know, if you know already and you have like a Chase Sapphire Reserve or you have an Amex Platinum or you have some of these other cards, wow, I can get 5 points for every dollar spent. And this card's only giving me 2 points for every dollar spent. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what they try to push. And it works, I guess, because people do sign up. Okay, let's see. Amex needs to get rid of the pick an airline nonsense. That's Finway saying that. I agree with you too. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with you. They need to get rid of that. So you're basically you have to designate the airline in order to use the credits. So yeah, that they need to change that. Yeah. So so Braveheart, what's going on? So he's saying that it's still out of sync. I don't know what's up. I'm just leaving it alone for right now. I'm hoping that it's something on YouTube's end, not on my end, and maybe they can fix it in post when they redo or broadcast the everything. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And if it is my computer, which it could potentially be, then I'll probably use my other computer more often because this is the slower computer of the two. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Just lost my place. Got to find it. Okay, so I missed a couple people here. Okay, what's going on, Pac-Man Gaming? I like Amex because of Ebates. I've never used Ebates. People talk about that, but I've never used them before. Ebates, their deals. I don't know about Chase because I only have one Chase card, which is the Freedom card. Okay. Yeah, I don't use Ebates, so I don't know that angle. But yeah, if you have the Chase Freedom card, maybe you should start getting into that Chase ecosystem. Get you a Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chris Cobb, Aspire card is dope. Yes, the Aspire card is a very good card. I'd say it's the best hotel card out right now. Dante, what's going on? How are you going to use Amex airline credits going forward, especially if you have airline cards? Yeah, so and that's good. That's a good question for people who do have the Amex, the Amex cards that have the credit. Dante, British Airways points are money. Yeah, British Airways points are good. You just need to watch the taxes and fees on the flights. Fenway, Hilton and Marriott 5 times, or fifth night free and award stays is huge. Okay, let's go and move forward here. So Champ saying he's getting the Hyatt card this fall. Stoked as hell. Yeah, Hyatt card is good, but you have to stay at Hyatt in order to really reap the benefits of that card. Okay, let's see. Life for Business says, I'm 100% sure you could use less points using Chase Portal. Not in all situations. The way that I do, or actually, let me back up. It depends on how you're flying. If you want to fly business class, first class, Transfer Partners is the way to go. If you want to fly economy, then you're probably going to get comparable value with using the portal and using the Transfer Partners. That's my 2 cents when it comes to that. But I have looked on the portal lately. I've been looking on the portal, and I do see that there are some pretty good deals flying economy that you might not necessarily get if you're flying on, or if you're transferring your points over to some of the different transfer partners. So my advice in the past was always use your transfer partners, use your transfer partners. But if you do want to fly economy, in some cases you can get the same deal or a better deal with the portal, especially if you're booking using with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, and yeah, Life for Business says using the Chase Sapphire Reserve. What's going on, Bruce? How you doing? See, Reserve is trash right now unless they give me a bonus again. Well, you can still use that card and earn points, so they don't have to give you a bonus. And you can actually, they don't do that. I was going to say you can do the refer a friend thing, but Chase Sapphire Reserve, at least on my end, I'm not able to refer anybody and get extra points with that card. Fenway, I'm over 524, I'm way over 524, so can't take advantage of the Chase system. I'd definitely be all over the Hyatt transfer. Okay. Chris Cobb, I have one slot left at 424. What should I get with my last slot? I have Venture, Amex Aspire, Chase Sapphire Reserve, Citi Prestige. Do you have a business, Chris? Do you make any income outside of your regular job? If you do, I would recommend getting the Chase Ink cards. And you can get all three of those cards, and you're not going to add to that 524 with those cards. So that's a good way to get some more Chase cards without hitting 524. So just something to think about. But I get like the Chase Ink Cash, Chase Ink Unlimited, and then the Chase Ink Preferred. Those are really good cards. Okay, Nika. Let's see. Amex is great customers, or has great customer service, great products, but their annual fees are really high. Chase has okay customer service, great products, but 524 sucks. I agree with everything you just said, Nika. All right, Fenway. I'm 6'4". JetBlue is the only airline I'm not uncomfortable on. I've heard Alaska is pretty good since they bought Virgin. I never flew with them, but people have told me good things. Yes, Alaska Airlines is pretty. They're a good airline. I've flown with them a few times. Their points are really good. Like if you get the Alaska Airlines card, the they have partners, so they don't have like a huge Star Alliance or One World or anything like that, but they do have travel partners. So I can book with Alaska and fly on different airlines like Hainan Air. Like I said earlier, I flew back from Thailand on Hainan Air, and I used Alaska Airline points to do that. So I like that Alaska does that. because if you get JetBlue, you're not going to have those partners. Southwest, you're not going to have those partners that you can use if you're flying outside of the country. So, or flying, flying outside the country or coming back into the country. So, and some of those partners, like Hainan Air, they're a very good airline, and they're like economy. They're kind of I won't say they're low budget, but they're not like they would be considered kind of like a JetBlue in China. Larger, of course, because they're flying from they're flying overseas, but they're not like the top legacy carrier, I guess you could say. So, but they're great. They have their customer service is the best customer service I've ever had flying. Period. So, and they were ranked. Skytrax ranked them like 7th out of 100 airlines all over the world. So that they're pretty good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Nika says, did you hear about the young brown girl who got 1 million subscribers in 1 month? No, I did not. No, I did not. I did not hear about her. Let's see. But I'd like to do what she's doing. Get 1 million subscribers in 1 month. That's crazy. Okay, 524 is a joke, but a genius move by Chase. That's David saying that. Yeah, it makes people really think before they start jumping into getting cards. And most people will start with Chase just because of the 524. Okay. Solid Liquid, what's going on? You guys are talking back and forth there. Jason, how you doing? Javier, what's going on? Let's see. Hey, David, is it true that Amex charges a fee? Wait, I missed something here. Charges a fee to transfer MR points to transfer partners. I don't know about that. I know Chase doesn't, so Chase doesn't charge anything. But I don't know about if American Express charges a fee to transfer. Let us know in the chat, guys, if you guys have Chase and you've done that before. Chris, okay, you guys are talking back and forth. Let's see. Does a Chase Sapphire Reserve give a concierge service comparable to a Platinum card? They do have a service. I don't know. I can't say if it's comparable to Platinum. Like Nika was saying, their customer service with American Express is better than in her mind. It's better than Chase. So you can take that as maybe an indicator there. Pac-Man Gaming, yeah, I'm getting into the Chase game. I'm at 424, but I'm going to go for business. Yeah, do the business cards. Do the business cards if you can. Yeah, so, and Solid Liquid saying business cards don't count to 524. Yes, they don't. Now, if you're at 524 already, if you already hit 524, you can't get a business card. You're automatically gonna get declined. But if you're at 424, you can still get business cards and get as many as they will let you get. So, yeah, just understand that. Okay. Who's this? MDA, I don't know who that is. 87. Just got approved for the Amex Platinum with 660. I will offset the 550 fee by $300 for the benefits I use. Okay, that's cool. You're saying with 660. I'm thinking you're saying 660 credit score. That would be really good. That's pretty good if you got a Amex Platinum with a 660 score. Let's go ahead and move on down. Norville, since you're not a business owner, let's see. You guys are talking back and forth. When it comes to applying, though, they basically want to. They're going to want to know how much you make in your regular job too. So that's what can help you get a business card. So they do want you to have some type of a business, like a legitimate business, making money on the side. So even if you're selling stuff on eBay or Amazon or something like that, they just want you to have some type of job that sells that where you're making money on the side, as well as they're going to take your income that you make in your job, and then they'll use your social security number if you don't have like a tax ID number, and then they'll go from there. So they're not that hard to get. Business cards aren't that hard to get. At least I can say for Chase, I have all three of their ink cards, and they're great cards. They're great cards to have. And the sign up bonuses on those cards are they're better than anything else that Chase has. I mean, right now the sign up bonus for the business preferred card, the Chase Ink Business Preferred, is 80,000, which is the highest sign up bonus of all the cards that they have available right now. And then with the Chase Ink Unlimited, it's 50,000. With the Chase Ink Cash, it's 50,000. So you're getting 50,000 sign up bonuses. The Unlimited and the Cash, those are zero annual fee cards. So you're getting 50,000 sign up bonus for both those cards. So that's amazing. Those cards are comparable to the Chase Freedom cards. And the Chase Freedom cards, they give you like $150, so like 15,000 points for the Chase Freedom card. And then the Unlimited right now, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, they have that promotion, 3 points every dollar spent for the first year, but they're not giving you any sign-up bonus with that. Okay. All right. JB, which ecosystem do you prefer? And like I said, I have the Chase ecosystem right now, so that's the one that I'm preferring right now. I will get some American Express cards in the future, but I'm waiting a little bit. I want to see what goes on with Chase or with American Express. I want them to really start. I don't know. We'll see what happens with American Express. Eventually, I will jump into that game though. All right, Norville, domestic carriers equals fee. Bruce Law, David. Okay, let's see. I transfer MR points, American Airlines. That was a percentage. Okay, so Fenway here, he says, I got charged for transferring MR points to American Airlines. It was a percentage base depending on how much you transferred. Wasn't anything crazy, but still annoying. That is annoying. So, yeah, they don't do that with Chase. You don't lose any, you don't have to pay a fee or anything like that. Bruce, Flo and Hainan Airlines, totally agree. It blows away American legacy carriers. Yeah, there's something. Yeah, I was surprised. Like I had never even heard of Hainan Air before, but the only reason that I flew, I didn't even look when I was booking my flight with Alaska, through Alaska Airlines. I didn't even look to see what airline I was going to be flying on. I just booked it and looked at my ticket, and it's Hainan Air. I was like, okay, I'm flying on Hainan Air. But that was the best experience as far as the flight attendants, customer service. It was amazing. And I told this story before, but I flew from Thailand to China, and then from China to the U.S. And so it was all on Hainan Air. And so when I flew from Thailand to China, when we arrived in China, they just park the planes on the tarmac, and then they bring buses to you. And so as I come down, and you're walking out onto the tarmac. So I come down, I'm walking down the stairs, and I'm looking, and I see there's just one guy standing there, and he's got my name on his little thing, on the tarmac. He's standing there. He's got my name. So yeah, I get that little VIP service there. I was flying business class, so I get the VIP service where he takes me. It was two of us, but my name was the only one on there. I don't know, the other person didn't have their name on there, so he was like my personal escort. So basically, got in the like we had a separate bus. Got in the separate bus, took me to the terminal, and then he walked me through the whole process. Because in China, you have to go back through security. Like it's not, they don't just allow you to stay in the terminal and go to your next gate. You have to go through the security. So I had to go back through security, and so he literally walked me through the whole process, got me through security, and then at that point, then I was done or he was done. He's just like, okay, well, have a good trip and all that. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, really? He's gonna walk me all the way through. He spoke English, so yeah, he spoke English and he was able to translate for me and help me out as far as telling me where I needed to go and all this. Yeah, it was it was a good experience. All right, let's see. Um, when was AA an Amex transfer partner? That's a question Brian's asking. And they're not. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I think you were referring to the question or the yeah. I don't know how that all worked. You guys hashed that out. I don't know if anyone was talking about transferring points to American Airlines. Okay. All right. Life or business. Charge cards are easier to get than revolvers when it comes to Amex. Okay. And that makes sense. Um, I mean, offset by $300. Will, what's going on, buddy? There's a lot of content about welcome bonuses with cards and what categories best to use with. However, what is the strategy for closing cards? The strategy for closing cards is don't do it. I maintain a base, but I don't want 20 cards open. Okay, so my advice, you have to kind of like I think long term, right? So I'm not going to get a card that I think that I'm going to cancel, or that I'm going to want to cancel in the future. So my advice to you, and yeah, if you don't want to have 20 cards open, there's nothing bad about having 20 cards open. Okay, unless you open up 20 cards in 1 year. If you have over the life of, let's say, 4 or 5 years, and you have 20 cards open, there's nothing wrong with that. And what I would recommend is, if you do have a credit card that has an annual fee and you don't want to pay the annual fee, try to see what path you can downgrade it to. So you can downgrade it to a zero annual fee card, and then have that zero annual fee card, because you want to try to keep that credit limit, whatever that was, because that helps your overall utilization, your credit utilization. So you want to be able to try to keep those accounts open if possible, and then have that card. Just put it in your sock drawer, and then once a year or once every 6 months, however you want to do it, just go to the liquor store and buy a stick of bubble gum or something like that, just to keep some activity with the card. But my advice is to try to keep those cards open if you can, and not close them. But the way that I do things is I'm thinking long term. So I'm not getting cards that oh, you know what, I just want to get this card because it has a really great sign-up bonus. And I get that sign-up bonus, and then maybe a year or 2 years down the road, get rid of the card. I don't think along those lines. And if that's not my strategy. So if there's a card that's out there that's like that, and I know already the earn possibility is not good on that card, well, I'm going to make sure that there's a way that I can downgrade that card to a zero annual fee card, and not, and if I can't, then I'm not going to get that card. I'm just not. Okay. But if you are already in a situation, Will, and you already have the cards, and you're thinking, well, how do I close these accounts? I would try to keep them open if you can, and if you can't, then you know. If you can't, then you can close them. But like I said, it'll probably hurt your credit, because your utilization it's gonna go up. Because let's say you have 100,000 in credit limits with all the different cards you have, and then you close one account, and so let's say it's a 10,000 credit limit on that card. You close the account, it goes down to 90,000 overall. And so if your money stays the same as far as your revolving, like whatever you have, like what you spend every month, if that stays about the same, well, then now you're looking at a situation where your credit utilization will go up. And if your credit utilization goes up, your credit will reflect that in a negative way. It will drop a little bit. Okay. American Express doesn't charge a fee for transferring. They pass on the excise tax for transferring points at 0.0006 a point. American Airlines is not a transfer partner of Amex. Okay, so that's Nick saying that. Thirsty Lion, no one has American Airlines as a transfer partner. Yes. Okay, let's see. I think a lot of YouTubers and bloggers overvalue Amex credit and the benefits. I feel like Amex targets people that travel a lot or business travelers. And that's Casey saying that. I agree with you, Chase, or Casey. If you travel a lot, it makes sense. If you're business owners, usually business travelers, they use American Express very often. But with that, I don't know though. With the Amex Gold, that card is a good card for I think a lot of people, more than just travelers because of the earn possibility at restaurants and grocery stores. Fenway must have been JetBlue, not AA. My bad. Still paid a fee though, or whatever they want to call it. Okay, so that's Fenway saying that. Yeah, but it is interesting though that they are charging something, which is something that Chase doesn't do. So that's good. Um, and so David's saying, Will, why would you not want 20 cars open? Yeah, and I agree. Like, try to keep them open if you can. Nick, American Express only transfers to JetBlue at 5-to-4 ratio. Okay. Will, wait, let's see. Will Walker, speaking of United, I have 75,000 I need to spend. Any suggestions? Uh, depends on where you want to go. Depends on where you want to go and how you want to go. So if you're flying like South America, Central America, you can do that 75,000 business class. So 35,000 each way, business class if you want to do that. It's not going to be a true business class. You're not going to have the full lie flat seat and all that. You won't have that experience. But still, nonetheless, it's a business class flight. If you want to fly overseas, 75,000 will get you a one-way ticket on Polaris, that Polaris experience. But yeah, it depends on where you want to fly. Okay, Terry, love your show, amazing content. Thank you, Terry, I appreciate that. All right. All right, guys, we have about 63 people in here. Please hit the like button if you have not done so we can, wow, this is jumping all around. It went from 63 to 55. As soon as I said hit the like button, it went that. Okay, so yeah, please hit the like button so we can promote it out and bring some more people in. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. We talk travel credit cards. That's what we talk about. The vast majority of the content is about travel credit cards. So if you're just learning how to use travel credit cards, you haven't gotten a travel credit card yet, this is the perfect place for you. If you have experience with travel credit cards, this is also a good place for you because we kind of have dialogue where we go back and forth and you might learn some new things and you might be able to share some things with other people as well. So please subscribe to the channel. And we're on a mission. We're on a mission to hit 10,000 subscribers by December 28th. And you say, why December 28th? That happens to be my birthday, so I want to hit the subscribers by my birthday. That would be really good. And I can come on my birthday and say, hey, we did it. We did it. All right. And also, we have two groups that you guys can join as well. They're both free. I have a WhatsApp group that's going on right now, as well as a Facebook group. So in the comment section, I have it tagged, the pin. So as soon as you go down the comment section, you'll have all the links there if you want to join the WhatsApp group or join the Facebook group. Now, the difference between the two, so the Facebook group is just like a regular Facebook kind of platform. There's a lot of good information in there. It's a little easier to search for things on there, and we also have like referral links too. So you can put your own referral links on there if you want to, as well as you can use other people's referral links to sign up for different credit cards. Now, also on the WhatsApp group, the difference between the WhatsApp group, it's a little more personal. So if you want to talk with me directly, you can contact me through the WhatsApp group. Just sign up or just hit the link there. It'll take you right in. and we have dialogue going on all the time where we're talking about different things. Usually stuff comes on there first. I get a lot of ideas for the shows that I do, as well as the videos that I put out from the WhatsApp group. So when people have questions or when people put out things, we kind of go back and forth. So the WhatsApp group is just like a big group text message, basically. So it's easy. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me if you have a question directly for me. Or directly for anyone else that's in the WhatsApp group. All right, let's see. And let's see here. Nate and Jess, let's see. What's going on, Nate and Jess? Hi, TC. We just made it into the chat. Yes, you guys did. Terry, love your show, amazing content. Okay, so cool. Casey, team both. Hashtag team both. Yeah. It doesn't hurt to have both, that's for sure. And let's see, Nick, American Express is better than Chase in giving upgrades, bonuses, and retention offers. I just received an upgrade offer of $60,000 to change my goal to platinum. Just popped up in my transactions. Cool, that's really cool. Yeah, Chase doesn't do that. That's for sure. They don't. They don't give those bonuses or retention offers or anything like that. At least they don't do it via email because I haven't gotten anything from Chase. Okay, Casey, Amex has more potential and a higher ceiling. Chase is overall simple and easy to use, but still good value. Okay, and Will's saying at David, I don't want to get denied because I have too much open credit. I currently have 130,000 and I maintain zero balance. Okay. It depends on when you open the cards. You're saying get denied. Are you talking about getting denied for future credit cards? It depends on when you open those accounts. But even if you close accounts, I still think they're still going to know that you had these accounts open at some point. So I don't know exactly what your game plan is as far as getting new cards, but yeah, if you have 20 cards already, yeah, I don't know what your plan is. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit more as far as what your plan is. But yeah, I really would highly recommend not closing out those accounts if you can. Now, I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, so maybe you should contact someone, a professional financial advisor or something that can sit down and kind of go over this stuff with you. If you're applying for maybe a home loan or getting a car loan or something like that, maybe that's what you're referring to. So maybe talk to someone, some type of a financial advisor, to see if it even benefits you to close accounts. But I wouldn't just jump in and just start closing accounts. I would talk to someone first. Okay. So David saying nobody will deny you for that. Maybe too many accounts in X amount of time, but never for too much open credit. Yeah. And that's the way that I see things as well. I don't think they would deny you for that. But like I said, if you're unsure, talk with someone that's a professional and that could really help you out with that. Let's see, Will Walker, I live in Honolulu. Let's see, sounds good. Thanks, David. All right, let's go ahead and move forward here. Oh, I lost my place here. Mr. Alexander, anyone care to discuss people's reactions to their Amex Gold Platinum, Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire Preferred cards? Yeah, feel free to put it in the chat. Let's see, before I got into travel credit cards, I see recommendations on Credit Karma that I should open up more accounts. My credit score dipped a little, probably more because of the inquiries, the average age of my credit. Yeah, so in Fenway, usually the way it works, and you know this since you opened up some accounts, if they do a hard pull, your credit's going to be affected, so it will drop a little bit. Maybe I usually say like 4 to 6 points. That's the way mine is, dropped like 4 to 6 points. And then after that, 426, not 46. So after that, then usually in about 2 to 3 months, it will jump. It'll go back to where it was, or even a little bit higher. That's been my practice. So anytime I open up or even anytime I get a new credit card, that's what will happen. And I use the Experian. I pay for the tracker, and it tells me. I mean, it's amazing how fast it is. Like there was the last credit card that I applied for was the Chase Inc. Cash card, and before I got notification from Chase, an email from Chase. So as soon as I hit the submit button, I got a notification from Experian saying that there was a hard pull, there was an inquiry on my account, on my credit, and that was before I even got notified from Chase. Got an email from Chase, because usually Chase will send you an email saying that I applied for the card. So that's how fast Experian is. It's pretty crazy. Okay. I know what's going on. Chase versus Amex. That simple. Chase hands down. All right. Nothing wrong with having a lot of cards. I think I'm at 13-ish, and my score is still rising after the initial dip. Yeah, and that's the way mine is as well. Like I have about 8 cards right now, and my credit score is higher than it was prior to getting those 8 cards. Just put it that way, and it's gone up probably 40, 45 points, 50 points, and that's in the last 3 years. I didn't start getting travel credit cards until about 3 years ago. So I'm still relatively new. Now, I had credit cards prior to that. So I had a couple of credit cards that have long history, so my credit score has always been fine. But it didn't really start jumping until I started getting these travel credit cards. Let's see, Javier, does a Hyatt card have a good earn possibility? Does it earn 2 points on gas? It does not earn I don't think it earns 2 points on gas. Oh, God, I can't pull it up right this second. You get 2 points for gym membership. You get 2 points for restaurants, travel, and then you get 9 points if you're staying at a Hyatt. So you get a total of 9 points. You'll get 4 points for using your card at a Hyatt, and then you'll get 5 points if you are a Hyatt member. And a member is free. You just sign up for free, and so you get a total of 9 points there. So when it comes to staying at the hotel, you really can make out really well. Some of the other benefits or earn possibility, you're going to want to, like I don't use the card for a lot of other things. I do use it for my gym membership because I get that 2 points for every dollar spent. But that's pretty much how I use it. So if I'm staying at Hyatt, I'm always using that card. Okay. But I would say it's pretty good earn possibility with the card. If you're getting 9 points for every dollar spent, and those points go a long way with Hyatt, it's worth it for you to use that card when you're staying there. But you do need to make a commitment to stay at Hyatt properties in order to really maximize. Okay, Night Ranger, what's going on? Is it true that the World of Hyatt points can be used to book any other hotels? I don't know what you're at. No, I mean they have these other partnerships, like you can MGM Mirage, like if you're in Las Vegas, and then they have the other brands that they just brought on. I can't remember the name of them offhand, but you can use it for that. But you can't use those points for like booking Hilton or Marriott or anything like that. I know. Let's see. Amex needs to thanks the good Lord for the 524, else their customers wouldn't have been there in the first place. So Amex needs to thank the good Lord for 524, else customers. Okay, so I see what you're saying. Well, see, it's kind of a double-edged sword because Amex gets hurt by this because a lot of people will jump in and get Chase first, right? So they're going to get their Chase cards first, And then I guess Amex can benefit from it because after you hit that 524, then Chase shuts you down, so you can't get any more cards period with Chase, and so then you jump over to American Express. But if you do things the right way, you don't need that many cards with Chase. You can hit over time. Like right now, I have in the last 24 months, I don't have any inquiries. Not inquiries. I have inquiries, but I don't have my 520. I have 024 right now. Okay, I don't have any new accounts that are open that are showing on my Chase account. And the reason for that is when I started out, I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred. That was more than 2 years ago. Got the Chase Sapphire Reserve. That was more than 2 years ago. And other than that, all the other cards that I picked up, the United Explorer card is a business card, so that doesn't count. I have the 3 Chase cards, the Chase Ink cards. Those are all business cards, so those don't count. So that's where I am. And then prior to getting any of those cards, I got the Citi Premier card and then the Citi Advantage card. And that's it. World of Hyatt card is the only card that, and I had the other Hyatt card prior, so that was more than two years ago. I got the original Hyatt card, and then they gave me the World of Hyatt after that. So I don't have any accounts open with Chase. Like if I wanted to get 5 cards right now with 5 cards, I could get 5 cards, 5 Chase cards, because I'm not anywhere on their radar when it comes to 524. So what I'm saying is, if you do things the right way and you kind of spread it out, then you'll be fine. You won't run up against 524. And I always advise Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Freedom, at least one of the Freedom cards, Freedom Unlimited, Freedom, the regular Freedom card. Get one of the Chase, like the World of Hyatt card, and maybe one other card. Get the United Explorer card if you want to do that. And then that's it. That rounds out your Chase, and then you can move on and get American Express and all those other cards. Okay. Mr. Alexander, Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay. Nate and Jess, I can vouch for which one is better than the other just yet, since I'm just recently starting Chase or credit card rewards. The Chase haven't gotten to Amex just yet. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's going to take. I mean, you kind of have to look at them both side by side to say, okay, well, this one's better than the other one. I'll tell you right now, I'm enjoying using Chase, but I know it's not going to be forever, because at some point, I'm going to run out of points. I mean, I'm still earning points along the way, but yeah, at some point, you're going to run low on points, and then you're going to start looking for some other cards. Let's see. Dolly, what does Amex offer that Chase doesn't? Well, besides the lounges, that's a good question. The only thing that I can think just offhand, and you guys can chime in, definitely chime in on this. Well, with Amex Platinum, booking airfare, you get 5 points for every dollar spent. Chase doesn't have that. The Centurion Lounges, they offer Centurion Lounges. Chase doesn't have that. But the Centurion Lounges are not everywhere, so it's kind of hit or miss. If you do have one near at your airport, your local airport, the airport that you fly out of, then that would be a real good benefit. But you're not guaranteed to have a Centurion Lounge everywhere you travel. And if you don't get that Centurion Lounge, then you're going to be, unless you're flying with Delta. If you fly with Delta, you can get the Sky Club. But if you don't fly with Delta, you're going to be stuck with Priority Pass. It's the same thing that Chase offers you. And a more streamlined Priority Pass, because you're not going to have the restaurant credits anymore. So, and I mean, honestly, that restaurant credit that's keeping me satisfied when it comes to Priority Pass. Just the fact that I can go to a different restaurant and get something to eat. And then it refreshes every 2 hours, which is crazy. I eat a lot, but I don't eat every 2 hours. But it is kind of nice to know, like, wow, okay, it refreshes every 2 hours, so I could actually go get a meal. Let's say I get to the airport a little early, maybe 4 hours before my flight. I go in, I get a nice meal, and then I have a long flight ahead of me. So then 2 hours later, I can go to another restaurant and get some food to go. If they allow you to do it to go, even if they don't allow you, you can sit down and have them bring the food out, take a couple bites, and say, "Hey, I need to go," and they'll pack it up for you. But get some food to go on the plane with me. So I'm telling you that is a real good perk, and the fact that they're getting rid of it, American Express is getting rid of it, really makes me think that they're doing something else. And that's why I said kind of earlier, I'm waiting to see what they do, because it's really interesting, the fact that they just did away with that. Of all things, why not just pull the whole priority pass? They're getting rid of just that. So I think they're going to have something that's going to compete with that restaurant credit. Okay. Let's see. And K-Tig, what's going on? Hey, David, hello. Hey, I have a question. What was the best travel hotel card you have? I forgot that. I forgot things. The best one that I have is the World of Hyatt. That's the only one that I have. I think it's a really good card. I think the best card out, though, is that Aspire card. I think that is the best hotel card that's out. Now it comes with a price or an investment of $450, but they do have credits on that card, so you can definitely get that $450 back relatively easily. So Dolly, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much, Dolly. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I'm making noises, grunting. Yeah, the Aspire card I think is definitely the best card that's out there for hotels. Okay, so David's saying Dolly no set limits with their charge cards, Uber credits, dining credits. See, and the thing is, and let me read this first and then I'll go. Dining credits, free hotel, Marriott status, let's see, early ticket access. Now Chase they have some early ticket access as well, like Chase Sapphire Reserve. They have these special things that they do. Pay over time options, which is credit cards. All credit card, all Visa cards have the pay over time. But yeah, and David brings up some good points there. Now, when it comes to the hotel status, I think that's a real big strength that they have. They do allow you to get the gold status with the platinum, with the Amex platinum, and then if you have like the Aspire card, they'll give you, that's an American Express card too. They'll give you their top tier diamond status at Hilton, which I think is good. But yeah, now the credits, I don't like, and I think a lot of people have issues with the way they lay out these credits. They're just the Uber credit. Okay, I don't use Uber very often. The only time I use Uber is when I'm going to the airport. And if I'm traveling on average every 3 to 4 months, then that's when I'm using an Uber credit. And so other than that, I'm going to have to get Uber Eats or something like that in order to use the credit. So they don't give it to you all at once, which I don't like. I do like the fact that when the Chase Sapphire Reserve, when they give you the travel credit, it's a $300 lump sum travel credit. You don't have to worry about, each month I can use $30 or $10 or what have you. So I like the way that setup is. I don't like what Amex does with the splitting these credits up. The dining credits, same thing. They kind of split it up. So you get like a $10 credit. Okay, so I get $10. I can go to. Usually you go to a restaurant, you're going to spend more than $10. So what some people do is they go to the restaurant and they get a gift card. Nika was saying that she does that. She goes to a Cheesecake Factory, gets a $10 gift card, and then goes back the next month. And then once she has enough, then she'll go and get something to eat. But yeah, I don't like how they do that whole credit structure. Okay. All right, Bucket. I can't pronounce your name, buddy. We'll just call you B, Mr. B. Sapphire Reserve plus Freedom plus World of Hyatt is unbeatable. Not for those traveling with families and who wants to stay in nicer hotels for free. Um, Yeah, that's a definitely a good combination, and yeah, yeah, that's a good combination. I don't know if you're saying not for those traveling with a family. I would say traveling with a family, it's a good card for people to travel. I mean, those are good cards for people who travel with families. Traveling with a family and staying at a Hyatt, if you stay at a Hyatt place or Hyatt house, you have a good setup because each Hyatt place that I've stayed in, with the exception of Thailand, they have you can get two queen beds, plus you have a couch that's in the room that pulls out to a bed. So you have a lot of space there for family members to stay there, and then you get the free breakfast in the morning, which is really good. Let's see. Up, lost my place here. I know. Okay, so I know Chase Sapphire Reserve Platinum and Gold. The best overall is Chase Sapphire Reserve, but the weight of the Amex Gold makes you stand out, and, and chicks will think you are somebody. Great in the community. That's all Amex is going. Oh yeah. So you got that flash appeal with the Amex Platinum, right? Amex, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is a pretty flashy card as well. It's heavy. But everyone knows the Amex Platinum and they know that card is like you have to be well, I shouldn't say you have to be somebody, but usually that card is known for people who are frequent travelers and business people. So yeah, it's an impressive card. Yeah. Let's see, Casey. I'd rather earn 3 points on the Chase Sapphire Reserve than 4 points on the Amex Gold. Amex Gold is mainly for groceries. Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, I would not mind having that Amex Gold and having the Amex Gold and the Platinum and earning points that way. I would not mind. I mean, that's 4 points. Grocery stores. I go to the grocery store all the time, so I'd be using that card for that, and then for restaurants too. I mean, you get 4 points for restaurants. That's good value as well. Okay, I know. I spelled weight wrong. Weight equals weight. Okay, got it. Nate and Jess, I love Chase Sapphire Reserve most right now, but if I had to choose an Amex card to complement the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I think the Hilton Aspire would be good choice for me. Yeah, I agree, Nate. Nate and Jess, I do agree as far as that Aspire card is that's a standout card. I don't know, like at this point, I don't want to. I don't know. I've made a commitment with Hyatt, and I kind of want to stay with that. That's the only reason why I'm not getting that card. But yeah, it is a very good card. And at some point down the road, if I do want to go to Hilton, move over to Hilton, then I'm definitely getting that card. Mr. Alexander, I heard the Amex Gold doesn't fit in certain machines. I don't know about that. Yeah, I haven't heard that. Let's see. Nate and Jess, mainly because the Chase Sapphire Reserve is heavier than the normal plastic cards. Laugh out loud. Chase Sapphire Reserve feels like a waterlogged piece of plastic. Wow. Okay. Night Ranger, I am new to the travel game and I am looking into getting a hotel credit card. I don't mind paying $95 annual fee, but not over $100. Which card do you recommend? Point values of transfer partners. Okay. Well, you're not going to have transfer partners unless you go with like the Bonvoy card, I don't know, the Visa. I think the Visa one, which is I think is that $95 annual fee? It might be $150 annual fee. I'm not even sure with that card anymore. I'd have to look that up again. But I mean, if one thing you want to look at, like if you're just getting started off, you want to look at where you're going to go, and kind of like what we've been talking about today, the different ecosystems. So what ecosystem do you want to fit in? Do you want to work with Chase, or do you want to go with American Express, or do you want to go with Citi? You need to kind of think about that first and then decide, okay, well, I'll go with the World of Hyatt card because I want to stick with Chase, or I'll go with a Hilton branded card because I want to go with American Express. So you want to start thinking along those lines. I would say Hilton or Hyatt. I think those are probably the best options for you. I would not recommend Marriott or IHG cards if you're going to get into that Chase ecosystem, because it's just not that Marriott properties are bad. I think Marriott properties are very nice properties, but the value is with Hyatt. The value when it comes to points is with Hyatt. So the reason that I say that, if you're looking at an ecosystem and you get a Hyatt card, you can earn points with that Hyatt card. And let's say you're in a situation where you have some other Chase cards, you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or you have some other cards, so you have the Ultimate Reward points. You can always top that Hyatt account off with those points, and the value is pretty good. Whereas, and when I say value is pretty good, I mean if I'm staying at a Hyatt property, and let's just give an example, if I'm staying in the Category 1, it's 5,000 points. Let's say I have 4,000 points in my Hyatt account, and I have Ultimate Reward points. So I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and I say, okay, you know what? I need to transfer some points over to Hyatt. I don't mind transferring 1,000 points over to Hyatt in order to top it off. I don't even mind transferring 5,000 over to get a free night. But the problem where you'll have a problem is, let's say you have a Marriott card and you've made a commitment with Marriott and you need to top off, or you need to get an additional free night. Well, usually they start at around 15,000 points. So now in my Ultimate Rewards setup there with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, if I'm transferring points over, instead of transferring 5,000 points for a similar hotel as a Marriott, the Marriott, I'm going to have to transfer 15,000. So you can see you're going to be using a lot more points to stay at a Marriott. And then an IHG is they're even worse. They're even worse. You need more points. So that's my advice there. So kind of think, okay, if you want to do Hilton or Hyatt, those are probably going to be your best bets. And if you do Hilton, then you're going to want to jump into the American Express ecosystem. Or if you do Hyatt, you're going to stay with the Chase ecosystem. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see. Night Ranger, why would you not spend over $100? And that's David asking that. And that's a good question. As far as Night Ranger said, I have a limit. I don't want to spend over 100. And David's asking, why wouldn't you? You want to look at it this way. Am I going to get value out of what I'm doing? So don't necessarily look at the annual fee, how much it is, okay? And like I put out a video last week, and I was talking about like fee versus investment. When you're getting these travel credit cards, you should be thinking along the lines of this is an investment. So a good example is $95 annual fee. If you pay a $95 annual fee for a hotel card, usually those cards will give you at least one free night. So if you travel at all, at least once per year, and you can use that free night, that should pay for that annual fee right off, because you're going to pay usually about $95 or more to stay in a hotel room. And if you're not, then you make it that way in the sense that you use it when you can get that value. So I'm going to use that free night when I know that hotel room is $150. That's when I'm going to use that free night, as opposed to, let's say it's a $50 a night hotel. Well, I'll pay cash for that, and I'll save that free night for something where I can get the value out of it. So basically, all I'm saying here is, just because the annual fee is over $100 doesn't mean you can't get that $100 value. And if you can get that $100 value, then jump on it. Jump on it. Get that card. Don't worry about what the annual fee is. Okay, JB, Night Ranger, get the Hilton Ascend from Amex. Okay, Reckless Rican is back. What's going on, Reckless? Waller's Wallet. I'm a fan of my Aspire. I'm pretty lucky. They keep my annual fee at $95, or they kept it at 95. So how did that happen? Explain, Walker or Wallet. Um, yeah, that's interesting. Explain that to us if you can. So yeah, the Aspire card, I think now it's $450 annual fee. Great card, and yeah, I would recommend that card. Okay, and Reckless Rican says, how? Nick, has anyone ever been to the Chase Sapphire Lounge? They've been opened up in the concert. Yeah, I've never been to one. This is Nick asking that as far as going to these lounges. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with that because I think Chase would do a lot better if they did something like American Express is doing with these Centurion lounges, and have like a legitimate lounges at airports, and not have these different little concerts and stuff that they put on that most people don't really take advantage of. And a lot of us, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, a lot of us travel. That's the reason why we got the card. So give us some perks that we can use for travel, not these little concerts and these little exclusive things. And a lot of things you have to pay for anyway. So it's not really like, yeah, it might be exclusive, but you're still paying for it. It's not free. So I wish they would take a lot of that money that they're spending uh, to have these different little concerts and stuff like that, and put it into some lounges at airports. That would really help them out, I think, or help us all out. So, well, hopefully that's something they're thinking about. But yeah, I've never done the concerts or anything. Okay, Casey, if there was a Hilton resort in the Northeast U.S., would consider the Aspire. No option for resorts, and not forcing to fly somewhere to force myself to use the credits. Okay, well, that makes sense, and that happens. Like if it's not with airline chain, with airline, with different airlines, airline hubs, and all that, and then when you look at different hotels, you might not have anything that you can really benefit from if you get a certain card over another card. So that makes sense. That does make sense. Okay, Reckless Weekend. I think it has to do when I upgraded. Okay, well, I'll just walk it. Aspire $95. You sure it's not referring to this send? Okay, I know saying that. I know, 100% sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how you got that, Wallers, but that's good. Keep that quiet. You don't want them to catch on to that if they don't already know. I heard you say, okay. And it says go Chase. Jonathan Jones, what's going on? The Amex Gold is a point-making machine. Works perfect with Platinum. I agree with you. I do agree. I am over 524 on September. Should I wait or just get an Amex card? I have Chase Sapphire Reserve, Chase Sapphire, or Chase Freedom Unlimited. Wait, you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Freedom Unlimited, Business Hilton, and Delta Gold. What should I get next? So, I mean, there are a lot of different things a lot of different factors. If you want to, well, you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I don't know if you want to upgrade to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I don't know how often you travel, but that's something that I would think about. And then I would also look at like an airline branded card if you have a commitment. Like if you do make a commitment with the airline, maybe look at one of those because that's something that you don't have right now. And I like the fact it's easier if you do make a commitment with an airline. It just is. And then you get the free check bag and the priority boarding. So maybe something to think about. Let's see. Waller's Wallet, I upgraded after the annual fee posted within a 30-day window. And they sent me a letter saying that it would be kept at 95. All right, cool. So kept at 95 for the year, but probably go up next year, I would imagine. Not sure how long it will be that way, but at the moment, the card member agreement shows $95. That's cool. That's cool. You slipped in there on that one. Let's see. We can burn the Chase Sapphire Preferred and get yourself an Amex Gold or Platinum. So that's David saying that about Reckless Rican's cards. Zach, what's going on? Let's see. When will the Amex release the green card refresh? I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably sometime soon, though, I would imagine. Um, Waller's a secret among friends. Yeah, there's nobody watching this. Don't worry about it. Waller, there's nobody watching. Jonathan Jones, if Amex refreshes the green card with entertainment, gas, etc. perks, their lineup will be unbeatable. Okay. And Zachy says exactly. Remember, it's 4 times, 3 times streaming and subscriptions on Amazon Prime. Okay. So let's see. Night Rangers. Some of my friends said to just jump into the Chase Sapphire Reserve and right off the bat, I would get the $300 statement of credit. I can use it to travel an airline, and my annual fee would be $150. What do you think? Uh, I would say I would say if you're gonna get in the Chase ecosystem, you're gonna want to have that Chase Sapphire Reserve. So I would agree with them. Um, get that Chase Sapphire Reserve and then get a Chase Freedom or Chase Freedom Unlimited, or both if you want to go that route. But usually things revolve around the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So getting the Chase Sapphire Preferred is not something that I would really recommend. So yeah, that's the right way to go about it. Just get that card. You're going to get the $300 travel credit. And what you should think about too is like how much money do I spend on travel every year? And this is how I justified it to myself when I got the Chase Sapphire Reserve. It was a little bit. There was more pressure for me to get that card at the time because they had 100,000 sign up bonus and it was limited. You know, it was going to expire. And so that was a little bit more of like a push, like, okay, yeah, I need to jump. And that was the first card, actually the only card that I have now that's a $450 annual fee. Prior to that, I didn't have any cards that were like that. All my cards were $95 annual fee cards, or zero, or like a zero annual fee. So that was the first card that was $450, and I justified it by saying I'm traveling every year. I spend way more than $450 every year in travel. So as long as I can get some value out of this card, I know right off the bat I'm getting $300 back, so that's good for travel. And then at that $150, am I going to be able to justify get the benefits out of that card? And I do. Anytime I travel, I can go to the lounges. Anytime I go to a lounge, I kind of in my mind, I'm kind of averaging. Anytime I hit a lounge, it's $10 of value. Hitting a lounge. Now going to a restaurant, which is something that you have the restaurant credits now. Go to the restaurant. That's $30 value right there because usually you're going to use. I'll use that whole $30, even if I get 2 meals and take 1 meal to go on the plane. So that's another value that you can factor in. And then if you rent cars and you can use the credit card for your rental car, you can there's value with that. So all these different little things that they have, you can get that. You can easily bring that $150 down as well. But it definitely makes a lot of sense to just jump on that Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, Jonathan. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, Jonathan Jones. Yeah, if you're getting into Chase ecosystem, you have to have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Might as well make it your first. Yeah, I agree with that. Nick, what would you recommend Chase to do to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, so it's more a complement to the reserve, like people. Okay, yeah. Um, and I talked about this. I talked about this before, and I'd love to know what your ideas are as well. So please put it in the chat what you guys think would make it really complement. But I just think they can go along the same lines as an American Express Gold. Just like give us groceries for 3 times points or 4 times points, and make it maybe. And I've always said you have the Chase Ink Unlimited, not Chase Inc. I'm sorry. You have the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Freedom Card. One of those cards, you don't need both. You really don't. Why not change that Chase Freedom Card to the Chase Sapphire Preferred Plus? Keep that same rotating category thing. It's a $95 annual fee, so now you're making a little bit more money on that. So keep the rotating categories, but then have some other categories that are like 3 points for every dollar spent. And then go with it on that, go that angle. And then still have the Chase Freedom Unlimited, 1.5 across the board. So people who want to get like a zero annual fee card, they still have access to that card. And then have this Chase Sapphire Plus card, Chase Sapphire Preferred Plus, and then you can make that card a $150 annual fee, or you can even go up to $250 annual fee and give us some type of a $100 travel credit, airline credit, or something. But just give us a reason to give us another card. This is bottom line. Give us another card to get. And like I said, get rid of the Freedom Card and give us the rotating categories, and that will keep people using that card. I like the fact that they have the rotating categories, but I just think you're wasting a card. This Chase Sapphire Preferred is no one gets that card. No one even recommends it anymore. And I used to recommend it, saying it's a great card for beginners. I still think it's a good card to jump into the ecosystem, but it's not a, I shouldn't say it's a good card. It is an option to jump into the ecosystem for people who are a little uneasy about paying a $450 annual fee. And to me, it makes sense to do it, to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and pay that $450 annual fee. To a lot of us in this chat, it probably makes sense to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve and pay the $450. But for people who are just starting out, don't really know anything about points and all that, all they're looking at is that fee, and they're saying $450 or $95. I'm going to go with the $95. I'm not comfortable paying $450. And that's not even knowing what this card has to offer, the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So for people like that, yeah, maybe you can jump in the Chase Sapphire Reserve or Chase Sapphire Preferred. But there's so much information out there now, and there's so many people out there just like me, and a lot of people here that will say, yeah, you know what, you should get that Chase Sapphire Reserve. You shouldn't even look at the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So that card's not getting, the numbers on that card have to be down as far as how many people get that card every month. So I think they really need to revamp it and give us something that's complementing the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, all right. Let's see. Zaki says, I'm the rebel, no Chase cards. I've got Amex Gold, Blue Business, and Discover. All right, cool. Norval, give the preferred gas and groceries. Yes, that would be really good. I didn't even mention gas. Gas would be good. You can give us gas at 3%. 3 points for every dollar spent on gas, and that people would eat that up. Okay, Mo, what's going on? What is the best point transfer to fly with Chase Sapphire Preferred? I don't know if I understand exactly what you're saying. What's the best point transfer to fly with Chase Sapphire Preferred? Yeah, I don't know if I understand exactly what you're saying. You have different transfer partners out there. You have United is the legacy carrier, so you can use United transfer points over there and then fly out. But yeah, there are a variety of different ones. I can't even think of all of the different airlines offhand, but JetBlue is one of them, and United is another one. And then if you want to fly on some of the foreign air carriers, you can also do that. Or you can book, find the different loopholes. You can book using a foreign air carrier to fly in the States. You can do that as well, like Singapore Air and stuff like that. But you have to do your research. So there's no real set, this is the best point value, because it depends on the time when you're traveling. It depends. There are a lot of different factors that will play a role. So you just have to kind of do your research and find out. Okay, Nate and Jess, let's see, Ranger, if you love good earn, travel insurance, travel credit, and a bunch of really nice free food at the airport. Priority pass. Get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, that's Nate just saying that. I do agree with that. Jonathan, the preferred. Let's see. The preferred needs to be able to compete with the Amex Gold and be a real partner with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Yeah, that's Jonathan saying. I agree with that 100%. I just, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And like I said, raise the annual fee. It's $95, or just create a whole different card, call it the Chase Sapphire Reserve Plus. But raise the annual fee to $250. That will compete directly with the Amex Gold, and then offer some benefits with that card. And I think they would be on the right track. Best value airline, maybe Southwest. That's Zachy saying that. Okay. Zachy, as a Chase partner. Okay. All right. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Just put them in the chat. And please, if you guys are in here right now, one, please hit the like button if you have not done so, and then also subscribe to the channel. We put out content daily, so I'm putting out daily content. Every day I'll either have a live stream going, or we'll have some video that I put out about travel credit cards. I'm getting ready to start a series of videos that will be versus. Okay, so this card versus this card, this card versus this card. I think I'm going to start with airlines. So it's going to be like the Advantage card, the American Airlines Advantage card versus the United card, and then we'll just kind of work our way down. I like to do the airline. I like to kind of do them all like different. What am I trying to say? Different, like airline branded, hotel branded, kind of the flex cards, so like the universals. So that would be like the Amex Gold and the Chase Sapphire Reserve and all that. But I'm starting to do a series. We're going to have all the different cards versus each card. And I do just a quick overview, okay? So when I do these videos, it's a quick overview, just kind of gives you an idea of what I'm thinking. I'll give you my opinion at the very end, but I'll just look at some of the things, like the sign-up bonus, whatever the sign-up bonus is. I'll then also look at the annual fee of the card. I'll look at the earn possibility of the cards. And then I also like to look at different benefits that these cards might offer that are unique to them. So not something that most cards offer, something that's unique. And I guess I'm just trying to think offhand, like if it's a hotel branded card, like the World of Hyatt, and this is unique not just to them, but it is one of the things that they offer. So if you spend $15,000, you get an additional free night. So stuff like that, just something that's a little different. Or with the World of Hyatt card, the 2 points for every dollar spent at gym membership, which is unique to them. So I'll be putting out a series of videos so all next week you're going to see different videos versus videos. Okay. So Mo, what's the best point transfer? Okay, I think we talked about that. Okay, so Mo saying, I'm sorry, reward points, period. I got your things. Okay, so let's see. Nate and Jess, whining and dining with a $28 Chase Sapphire Priority Pass restaurant credits. Just make sure your home airport has Priority Pass restaurant. Yeah, and they're launching a lot more of these restaurants too, so that's good. But yeah, if they like, I fly to Los Angeles, I fly to LAX generally, and I know there's PF Chang's, they have Barney's something. I think they have 3 restaurants total at LAX that are Priority Pass. So that's right up my alley. So now when I'm when I travel, flying out of LAX, I don't eat before I leave. I go to the airport. I get a free meal. So I get there. I usually get there. I like to get there now. Well, I shouldn't say. The last trip was the first time I used the restaurant credit. Okay. I wasn't flying international. I was only flying to Hawaii. So I had to walk to the international terminal. So it took me a little more time. But this now I'm going to I'm getting to the airport 4 hours before my flight. That way I have a good hour to sit down, eat, relax, and all that, and then go to the terminal from there. Or actually, probably go to a lounge first and then go to the terminal. But yeah, that restaurant credit is wonderful. I know, to be honest, Chase needs to revamp the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Chase Sapphire Reserve needs 4 times for travel and dining. Don't care if the fee is $500. Chase Sapphire Preferred needs groceries and gas 4 times as well. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if you change the Sapphire Preferred, you're fine. I don't think you really need to revamp the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I think it's good at $450 annual fee. I would not. I mean, you're getting 3 points for every dollar spent, which I think is still good. But I think the Chase Sapphire Preferred, if you work with that card, at least do that first, and then if you feel the need, then you can revamp the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But I think the Chase Sapphire Reserve Preferred is the one that needs the help right now. Because people still get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. In my mind, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is still a great card. Okay, Night Ranger, thank you. Travel Explore, click everything. Great advice. All right, no problem. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you got the information that you needed. Nate and Jess, maybe put 2 times groceries and gas on the Freedom Unlimited. Yeah. Well, the Freedom Unlimited right now for that first year, and I'm thinking with the Freedom Unlimited, they're doing that 3 points per every dollar spent. I think they're going to extend that. I don't think they'll just do it for 1 year. Yeah, I think they might extend that and just work with that. I don't know. That's just my thought. I don't see them just ending it after the year. I think that was a trial period to see how popular it would be, and if it is popular, I think they're just going to keep it the way it is. Jonathan, they do that. They might as well get rid of the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Okay, so that's just saying, he's saying if they do that, just get rid of the Chase Sapphire Preferred. And that might be something that they might be thinking too, just get rid of that card. It would hurt if they did do that for some people that, like I said, there are people out there that just don't want to go to that Chase Sapphire Reserve, or they don't travel enough. So they want some of the perks, but they don't travel outside of the country that much, and I don't know, they just don't see a need for the Chase Sapphire Reserve, so they jump on the Chase Sapphire Preferred instead. Nate and Jess, Jess and I love to eat. If you guys couldn't tell, yeah, I like to eat too, and if it's free, that's even better. You can't have the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the Chase Sapphire Preferred at the same time, so it wouldn't work together. Yeah, you can't have them at the same time. I agree. I understand. But what I'm saying is get it to a point where, I mean, all they have to do, like I have the two, and I have them together. And because I'm grandfathered in, I already have the Chase Sapphire Preferred. When they launch a Chase Sapphire Reserve, I got that card, so I have both. But what they can do, or what they should do, is have another version of the Chase Sapphire Preferred and launch that one, and then allow people to keep both cards. But yeah, right now you can't. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. Any other questions? It was a real good live stream tonight. I really appreciate everybody coming in and jumping in and participating. Please, if you guys have not done so, please hit the like button just so we can get. Hopefully, we should have at least 50 likes in this video or this live stream. And I will be back on tomorrow. So tomorrow, regular time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard time, and we'll talk a little bit more about travel credit cards. Let's see, we've got a couple things going on here. Aquaman, what's going on? Brian, let's see. Why do you keep the Chase Sapphire Preferred? Why not downgrade the Chase Sapphire? Okay, Chase Freedom and Chase Freedom Unlimited. Good question. And you know what? I'm being hard-headed. and I actually need to. I was thinking about this a couple months ago, and I still haven't even moved on it. But I paid the $95 annual fee, so I'm thinking, oh, I need to keep the car because I paid the $95 annual fee. Um, and there's actually okay. Well, there's a couple of things I'm thinking too, and I might not downgrade it. I wanted to before, like the right thing to do is this: downgrade the Chase Sapphire Preferred to one of the Chase Freedom cards, because even if I paid the $95 annual fee, still I can downgrade to the Chase Freedom card, and then get the rotating categories 5 points for every dollar spent. So I could do that. Now, the crazy thing is, I'm probably I'm probably going to keep the Chase Sapphire Preferred, because last 2 weeks ago I opened up my account, and for those of you guys who don't know, I have referral links in my description on all of my videos. So in the description area I have a referral link. So if you want a referral link, it's there. Please use that. It does help me out, but I don't really track it or anything like that. So I happened to pull up my account 2 weeks ago, and I'm looking, I'm like, wow, I got 45,000 points. So I had like a few people that signed up using the links. So that is another reason why I might just keep the card, because it's still, with the referral links, it's allowing me to get points through that card. And if I downgrade the card, then I'll no longer be able to use that link. As far as I know, I don't think they'll let you use a link if you don't have the card, the referral link. So as long as it's profitable, then I mean I can always get the Chase Freedom card or the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. So that's always there. But if I'm getting some referral links on that card, just one, I think. I want to say it's like 15,000 points each referral. So that's $150. That's well over the $95 annual fee. So yeah, we'll see what I do with it. But like I said, I don't use the card. I don't. It just sits in my drawer. So yeah, maybe it's something that I'll have to figure out. But I have to kind of weigh the pros and the cons. Okay. So David saying, TC, you've been gaining subscribers fast lately. Yes, I'd love to gain them even faster. Gary, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, Gary. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like I said, I'm on a mission. So I am on a mission to hit 10,000 by the end of the year, by December 28th. So I will continue to get my name out there and try to make that happen, and do more collaborations and things like that. I'm always open to that. I just like the whole community, this travel credit card community. I think it's a great community to be in. And if you notice, I'm jinxing myself now, knock on wood, but you don't get all the trolls and all that stuff. Very, very few people come on and are just bad, saying bad things and stuff like that. So you have a really strong, good community that just want to learn about travel credit cards and hear people's advice when it comes to that. Okay, Nate and Jess, yeah, TC doing awesome. Keep up the great work and the channel and live chats. All right, yeah, I will. I'll definitely keep up what I'm doing, and I always want to know, like, from you guys. So if you want to let me know how you think I'm doing, all that kind of stuff, please feel free to do so. I want to make it as good as possible, the experience. So the live streams as well as the videos that I put out. So if you do have stuff to add, then I definitely would like to hear that. And the WhatsApp group is like I said, the WhatsApp group is a perfect place for that, because you can talk with me directly about different things. So you don't have to put it all out there, on the chat. If you don't want to do that, you can just do it in the WhatsApp group. And even in the WhatsApp group, you have the community, the group text, but then you can also just text people individually. You don't have to be in the group text. So that's a benefit as well. Okay, David says, let's see, TC, have you reached out to Credit Shifu and asked Sebi? uh, yeah. You know what? I did reach out to them. I did reach out to them. And nothing's planned. Let's put it that way. I reached out to a lot of different people, and I received some good responses from people, but yeah, still waiting. Still waiting for a response. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. And I also want to do, just so you guys know, and you can let me know offline as far as this is concerned too. I want to do like a community live stream as well. So bring on 2 or 3 different people or 4 people. Let's see. Yeah, we could do 4. We can do up to 6 people, but bring in some different people who are a part of the chat and just have people talk about their stories. It can be a little nerve-wracking when you do a live stream, I will say that. So it's one of those deals where it's a lot easier if there's a group of people to do it, if it's not just you one-on-one. That way you can just say a little piece and then, someone else say a little piece. And so and I understand, like, you might be a little nervous to do it. So that's totally understandable. But I want to do like a community live stream. I think it would be cool just to bring people in and just have them, like people that we see in the chat every week, we could have some of those people in talking as well. Mainly I was focused on doing the YouTubers, having YouTubers with the interviews, but I also want to do just regular people. And all you need is a webcam. So if you have a computer I think pretty much every computer now that's released has a webcam on it. You just need a webcam, and I mean, you guys know how it works, just like Skype or whatever. It's the same thing. Okay. Let's see. TEC, you should totally have Waller's wallet. Yeah, I will talk with Waller about that, doing having him come on the show as well as doing some collaborations. I'm always open, and I've talked to a few different people that are in the space. Like, I've had really good response from 90% of the people that I've contacted have at least responded to me, so that's good. Coffee table book, aside from the 524, is there any soft hard cap on Chase cards? I have the Chase Freedom Unlimited, Chase Ink Cash. I would like to get the Chase Ink Preferred, Chase Ink Unlimited, and the Chase Sapphire Preferred, United Explorer, and Hyatt card. So in total, I would be looking at 8 Chase cards. Okay, so basically, did you say, aside from 524, is there any soft hard cap on Chase cards? I don't know exactly what they look for, okay, as far as all the cards. I do know that the cards that you're putting out there, you should, even though there's 8 cards, that still would be under 524, because you have, let me count this again, you have the Chase Ink Cash, the Chase Ink Unlimited, the Chase Ink Preferred. So that's 3 cards right there. So this would put you up to 524, because those business cards aren't going to count, but the rest of the cards will. And I'm thinking, if you're getting the Chase Ink Unlimited, why not get the United Explorer Plus business card? And that won't count. That won't count either. And the sign-up bonus for that card, at least when I just got the card a few months ago, and sign-up bonus was $75,000. So the sign-up bonus is usually higher than the regular United Explorer Plus card. So something to think about there. Chase Sapphire Preferred, I don't know if I would really recommend getting that card. I would probably want to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve if you can afford the annual investment. But it makes sense anyway. Like, if you travel, obviously you're getting all these cards, so you do travel. So that Chase Sapphire Reserve, look at it like this: Chase Sapphire Preferred, $95 annual fee. Chase Sapphire Reserve, $450 annual fee, $300 travel credit. So it brings it down to $150. So now you're looking at a difference in what, $50. So I mean, it's $50 more. You get the Chase Sapphire Reserve, where you get lounge access, and your multipliers are a little bit higher as far as the points that you have. If you use it on the portal, you get 1.5 cents per point as opposed to 1.25 with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I just think overall that Chase Sapphire Reserve is the card to get, and getting it with the sign-up bonus is the way to go. And if you get that Chase Sapphire Preferred, you're going to have to wait a year if you want to upgrade to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And I think you would probably want to do that at some point. So that's just my opinion. Now, other things that I'm looking at here with what you're saying, the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Okay, so if you get the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Chase Ink Unlimited, and the Chase Ink Cash. I think you said you already had the Chase Ink Cash, right? I have the Chase Freedom Unlimited, and the Chase Ink Cash. Okay, so you have those three cards already. I would like to get the Chase Ink Preferred. Okay, so some of these cards are going to kind of double up on each other. So the Chase Ink Unlimited, you have the Chase Freedom Unlimited. They're, excuse me, they're the same card, unless you just got the Chase Freedom Unlimited and you're able to get that sign-up bonus where you get 3 points for every dollar spent. These are the same card. Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Ink Unlimited, they're the same card as far as value. So it doesn't really make sense to have both. And then you said the Chase Sapphire Preferred. So just something to think about. Some of these cards you might not even need to get. The Chase Ink Preferred, great card, great sign-up bonus. You don't need to get the Chase Ink Preferred and the Chase Sapphire Preferred. They're the same level card. $95 annual fee. So think about that too. One's going to get you, the Chase Ink Preferred is going to get you 80,000 sign-up bonus. The Chase Sapphire Preferred is going to get you, what, 50,000 or 60,000, whatever it is now. So some of these cards you don't need to get them both. Okay, Nate and Jess, community live stream would be cool. Yes, I definitely think it would be. Yeah, so I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. So I'm going to if you guys are interested, let me know. You can hit me up on Instagram. My Instagram information is where is it? Right there. I don't know exactly where my finger's going. I'm looking at the screen right there. So go follow me on Instagram, and just hit me up in the chat, or hit me up in the message me on the Instagram. I look at Instagram all the time, so I can respond to you relatively quickly, unless you're in the WhatsApp group. If you're in the WhatsApp group, then you can contact me there, and I'll respond. But yeah, let me know. Once I get like four people, I think we could do a good community live stream. Andrea and Andrea, don't forget to like the video, guys. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you very much. And I'm hoping we better be over 50 likes. I hope we're over 50 likes. We had plenty of people in here today, so I hope that's the case. Okay, so Coffee Table says I plan to upgrade the Chase Sapphire, I plan on upgrading to Chase Sapphire Reserve after year one, but initially milking the 60,000 subs. Okay, well, so the way I would look at it is like this. I wouldn't even get that Chase Sapphire Preferred. I would get the Chase Ink Preferred, get the 80,000 sign-up bonus, unless you really, unless you're trying to get all the sign-up bonuses that you can. You're still going to miss out on the Chase Sapphire Reserve sign-up bonus. So get the Chase Ink Preferred, and then get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. You're going to get you'll still have the sign-up bonuses there, because you're not going to get one. You're still going to miss one of the sign-up bonuses. But that Chase Ink Preferred is a great card to get for a sign-up bonus. And that Chase Sapphire Preferred, there's no real reason to get that if you have the Ink Preferred. Okay. Yeah, and another thing too, and I see Aquaman, and you have 72 likes. I can't see my likes, so I haven't figured that out yet. All the software that I have working and everything, nothing shows my likes. unless I go on and I have it like playing in the background, like I have another screen open. But when I have another screen open showing the live stream going live, it slows down everything else. So that's the reason that I don't do that. So yeah, I can't see the likes. That's why I keep saying, yeah, hopefully the likes over 50. I can't see it. But thank you. I appreciate it, Aquaman. Aquaman Love for letting me know that. Let's see. I plan to. Okay, we looked over that. I'm just here to click the like button. Thank you. You know what? That's all I need. Like that's all I. If you want to just come in, say hi, click the like button, and then go about the rest of your Sunday, I really appreciate that. That's showing me a lot of support. Pac-Man Gaming, damn, this live stream is long. I was in my house, decided to go to the gym, and you still keep it. Yeah. All right, yeah, we're gonna be ending soon, but yeah, I'm still on. Let's see, Aquaman. Let's see. Question: do some people have both Amex Gold and the Amex Platinum? So that is a question out there. And yeah, Pac-Man Game, just to let you know, like when people start asking questions, I want to answer them or at least try to help point people in the right direction. So I don't like just cutting it off. So yeah, they can go on a little longer than normal because people ask questions and they want to know answers. And I have the time. I have the time to talk about it now. So there's no rush at this point. All right. So any other questions, guys? And let me kind of go over the next 2 days. So tomorrow we'll do a live stream, and we're gonna keep with the same topics. I'll have something else, so we'll probably pull up some cards. I want to do some more card reviews. I haven't done any of those in a while, so we'll do that. And then on Tuesday, on Tuesday I don't normally have a live stream, but I will have a live stream this Tuesday, and we're gonna have Yellow Productions. He's a YouTuber. He's a travel YouTuber. Has some really good content on his channel. So he talks a lot about travel guides. So he'll tell you a lot about different travel guides. But he also uses travel credit cards. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. So we'll be with him. We'll do an interview with him. It's going to be at 8 p.m. So it's going to be 8 p.m. on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Tuesday, and he has a really big channel. He's over 100. He's got like 140,000 subscribers, so he's got a real big channel, and he's got really good content. The way that I hooked up, or not hooked up, but the way that I found him on YouTube, because I didn't know of him prior to this. He has one video. I typed travel reward credit cards or something like that. He has one video that's like at the top of the search. So I saw him there initially, and then from there, then I went to his channel and I started looking at some of this stuff. I happened to be going to Kauai. I was going to Kauai like in a month, and so he had some videos on Kauai. So I was able to look at some of his videos, and I was staying at the Grand Hyatt, and he had a video where he was staying at the Grand Hyatt. So watch some of that content. But yeah, he's got some really good stuff on there. So Yellow Productions. So you want to check him out. Now I ran into him at VidCon. So for those of you who don't know, every year they actually bounce around. There's a few different locations, but Anaheim is the big VidCon, and VidCon is basically a video conference for creators. So creators for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, which I didn't realize LinkedIn has like you have videos creators for LinkedIn. So all these different platforms, you have all the creators, and it's a great place to go to network. And I actually ran into him there. So I had sent him an email already, and then I ran into him there and talked to him and everything. He's like, yeah, sure, yeah, I want to do your show. So that's how we connected there. Okay. So and tomorrow I'll have the thumbnail and everything for that show too, so you'll be able to know exactly all the details and the link and everything. Let's see. So Hip saying, yes, I have both Amex Gold, Amex Platinum. Pac-Man stands for sure. Amex Platinum is pointless if you don't travel that much. Yeah, or if you don't travel that much, or you don't have something to complement it with. Like if you have the Amex Gold, you can but you still, yeah, I guess you still would need to travel for it to make sense. Okay. Pac-Man saying I just have the gold. Aquaman Love is saying okay, hip, so I don't feel bad for thinking of getting both. All right. David, can you name all the cards you hold in your wallet and what's in your sock drawer? Okay, so in my wallet, I don't have my wallet on me, so let me just think offhand. Right now, I have the Chase Ink Cash card. That's the one I'm hitting a minimum spend on. And so the Chase Ink Cash, the Chase Ink Unlimited, the Chase Ink Business Plus. That's the card that the Chase Ink Business Preferred is the one that took the Chase Ink Business Plus. It took that place, but I was grandfathered in, so I still have that card. I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the World of Hyatt card and the United Explorer card. So 6 cards. And the sock drawer cards are the Citi Advantage card, the executive, whatever, the $95 annual fee one. That one's in my sock drawer. I never use that card. And then the Chase Sapphire Preferred is in my sock drawer as well. And that's it. The other card that I had prior that I ended up closing that account, which was a bad deal. I should have never done that, but I didn't know. It was the first card I ever got. That was a Citi Premier card. So that one is, yeah, I don't use that card. Or I don't use it. Well, I don't have that card because I canceled it. Okay. So that's pretty much it. And the sock drawer cards, um, I will downgrade the Advantage card. I paid the $95 annual fee already, and I will be downgrading that card before the next $95 annual fee hits. I don't fly on American Airlines anymore. I do have 18,000 points on American Airlines, so I do plan to do another. Well, I will be using those points prior to the end of. Well, realistically, I I'm gonna have to use. Wow, God, now that I think about it, I have to use those points because I'm only planning a trip to Colombia in October, and what I'll probably have to do is top off the points because there's 18,000, so I had to have to top it off to 25, get it to at least 25,000. That way, I have a round trip ticket in the U.S. And what I'll probably do is, well, I don't know yet. One of my options would be to use those points to fly to Florida and do a round trip to Florida. So get to Fort Lauderdale, and then from Fort Lauderdale, I can catch a flight to Colombia from there. So that way I can use less points from my Chase, from Chase, and use the rest of those American Airline points. So that will probably be what I'll do there. So yeah, and I've already looked. I think it's going to cost about $160 in order to buy points. I need like 6 or 7,000 points in order to top that off and get me up to 25,000. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Pac-Man Gaming, I'm still getting it if I get to 100,000 subs. Okay, and Pac-Man Gaming, so you have a channel? I didn't even know you had a channel. And I'm guessing it's a gaming channel, if that's a channel that you have. But let me know if you do have a channel. I always like to give shout outs if people have channels. Champ, you don't need a shout out if you're already at 100,000 subs, but still. Let's see. Champ, sorry, I know I always get that question. Yeah, I don't mind talking about the cards that I have and the cards I use and all that. I mean, it helps people out, so I'm always willing to share that. While I'm surprised you still don't have all Chase cards. Um, well, I don't want all the Chase cards. I There's certain cards that Yeah, I don't want all the Chase cards. I like the ink cards. I like those business cards. They're great. I like having the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And then like the United card, that's good to have. And then the World of Hyatt card. But what other, other than that, there are no other cards that I need. Like I don't want to stay at Marriott, so I don't need Marriott cards. I don't, what's the other, what are some of the other cards out there? IHG, I'm not even considering getting an IHG card. There's no reason for that. So there are a lot of cards that I don't need. And Champ is asking about the Admirals Club. So you're talking about the AA card, or are you talking about just staying at an Admirals Club like lounge? The Admirals Club card, I think, is not worth it. Like that executive, whatever that card is. I have not stayed in an Admirals lounge yet, so I can't speak on that. I'm not a big fan of American Airlines anymore. Like I wanted to, that was my first choice when it came to airlines. I was thinking, okay, I could be United, Delta, or American Airlines. I went with American Airlines, had a few bad experiences, 3 bad experiences. So I gave them a shot. Like it wasn't just one bad experience, 3 bad experiences, and then I was done. And so that's why, like that 18,000 points I've had that sitting in my account for 2 years now, and I haven't done anything with them yet. So, yeah, I haven't flown American Airlines in 2 years. Okay, Shamrock, what's going on? Wow, everyone's seeming to carry more cards in their wallet than I do. Maybe I'm missing something. Ha ha. Amex Business Gold for fuel and restaurants. Yeah, and I don't use, like I do have some of these cards in my wallet that I don't use that often. So I will use them from time to time, but I don't use them like the regular cards that I use, Chase Sapphire Reserve, and I like to use the World of Hyatt card too. I use that card. But the card that I use the most is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. That's pretty much for all of my spend. Okay, Thirsty Lion, Hilton Aspire, Sam, depends on your case. Okay. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and take off now. So on your way out, please hit the like button for me if you have not done so, and please subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. And we'll be back on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll have a different topic. So please stop by and have your questions ready. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks again, and have a good night. Bye.